Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth. You have to go back to the roots. Go to the roots. Yeah, man, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, no matter how them try to run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on the midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afrodamus report. Good morning or good afternoon or evening, wherever you at. This morning where I'm at, I want to welcome all of you to the Afrodamus report. If you're new here and you haven't already subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe, hit the like, share the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome all of you to another edition of the Afrodamus report. And guys, remember, most of the time, the videos that we analyze here at the Afrodamus report, because you guys are part of the analysis too, because when people come up here, even though sometimes some of you don't like their views, you might think they are dumb, they are stupid, but we gotta hear them out. They are brave enough to come up. We gotta let people discuss. And also those of you that are in the chat, your engagement, that's all partaking in the conversation. But now, you guys remember the last stream that I did, I spoke about, remember I did the video about the Ghanaian guy, Jeffrey, when Jeffrey was talking about how, he can come to the United States, because the premise of the conversation was people, Africans coming from Africa, do they need to have a whole lot of money to come to America and make it? Like, for instance, if you come from Africa with no money, like somebody from Africa with no money, you bring them to the United States, and then you take another person, maybe a black person, you send them to that same African country, with less money too. After 2 years or even 6 months, the African in America would do much better. That is common sense, right? But it's very funny how people, there's a part of their brain that kick in, which is that impossible syndrome. I notice there is tons of Africans that have that mindset, and black people too. In the West, you will see this. They don't have that possibility mindset. And then you're like, wait a minute. Okay, then why are you even talking about all these good things that other people should do? Holding other people accountable. Imagine people spending their time trying to hold other people accountable for what those people are not doing to improve, quote unquote, your life. But we are looking at you. What have you done for yourself lately? So in the conversation, there's different types of Africans, and there is different ways that people come here. And from what I know, and coming here, my perspective, people I meet, they come here because they are ambitious. You see, they are ambitious. So now we have a fair assessment. So we've been having blacks that have been going to Africa. So in Jeffrey's conversation, he's like, hey, why don't we do an exchange? Well, little did we know this exchange is already happening. So I've played videos of the blacks going to Africa, complaining about this, complaining about that. They said there's racism in America against dark-skinned people. In fact, they are trying to encourage Africans, don't go to America. Well, it's best to hear from Africans themselves, right? In fact, I happen to find a great video. There is an entire series. You know how the blacks make videos, in Africa about their experience, how things are going. So we've had people who come, they try to speak for every single black individual. As long as you have dark skin, they want you to wear that uniform that says racism. So I'm gonna play a video here in a minute. It's from a Ghanaian woman. The Ghanaians are killing the game. They are killing the game. If you are an African that is watching me and you are complaining you don't see the opportunity in America and you live in America, pack your bags right now and leave. Okay? Join the blacks in Africa to fantasize about these things you're saying. So once reality kicks in, you can come back, then you'll be able to see the opportunities. So some of the things that you're going to see in this video, you will understand why you hear a lot of jealousy from the blacks against like Africans, because the experience is different. One has a totally victimhood mindset. They want gimme, gimme, gimme. They see the white man as their God. So another one is not thinking, which is us. We're not thinking about the white man. It's about the opportunity. You get here, sure, we all black. Okay, you do you, I do me. That's how it's supposed to be. So, but we always hear the whiners, the crybabies, it is hard. They always tell you what is not possible. Well, today, the conversation is about what is possible. So we have brand new Africans coming here, killing the game. And I will show you how they are doing it. It's all legal. The white man is not handing them anything. They are not giving them anything free. I mean, they are as black as the ace of spades. They're from the black factory, just like me. So if skin color is a factor, that's strike one against them. Culture, strike two. Language barrier, strike three. Because you could learn English. Learning English and communicating in English are two different things. This is why you are able to see somebody from a country where they be highly educated, but they would have a hard time expressing themselves in the English language. While you would they run into some Pookie, he can out-talk them because he knows how to communicate in English. You see? So that's what I mean by that. To communicate in English, you have to live in an environment where you speak and interact with people that speak English every day. It's just like any other language. To be fully, fluent in it, you have to be immersed in that culture. So my point of bringing that is if that is a factor that would be stopping people. So I just want it to be fair and balanced. Let's not just only play videos of the blacks traveling through Africa, some of them setting up podcasts, ranting about, they ranted about America, they're now ranting about Africa. Let's see if African immigrants who are new, because if you take somebody like me, it wouldn't be a fair assessment because I have been in America so long. I have gone through the phases. I've gone through the African phase. I've gone through the American phase where I became fat and complained. I played video games, complain about the system. I became a Pan-African. I have done it all. I have matched with the blacks. And then I decided, look, why don't you just kick in your immigrant mindset? That's right. I kicked it in. And I'm like, look, you are an immigrant. Go do some work. It was like that movie, Limitless. Once that thinking kicked in, here I am talking to you people, right? So, but it's fair to have a brand new immigrant, like 3 months, because the blacks that are going, they are only 3 months, 1 year, 2 months, because I've seen people come here. Afrodamus, why don't you, show us somebody, show us, how new Africans come up here, and make it. If the white man don't give it to them. In fact, we've even heard one of our African Jude who claim you have to have a mommy and a daddy because, of course, maybe his mommy and daddy had to bring him over. So he thought that applied to everyone, right? But that's not in fact the case. This is mostly even Ghanaians. The Ghanaians are killing the game. You guys want to know a little secret? I discovered this. I did my research, the real research. You know how they say Nigerians are the most successful group, they make the most money? This is in fact not true. Ghanaians, on average, the group here in America, they are in the highest income bracket. They make more money than the Nigerians, which explains how the super chatting is done here. The Ghanaians seem to be very generous with their super chats here. That shows they make money. So please don't forget to hit the super chat now that we are at that point. And I want to thank you, Audrey, for your PayPal. I received it. Thank you very much. Guys, some of you also, you can hit the PayPal, super chats, cash apps. Sometimes you got to stop and, give the announcements because, you guys are the sponsors of this show. Because if not, imagine if they brought me into one of those mainstream medias. Do you understand? They would make me tap dance. You guys are going to be like, I can't believe this is Afrodamus. You would hear me talking about how the black woman is queen. The black woman is never wrong. The blacks built America from ground up. They built all the skyscrapers. You guys would be confused, and I'll be talking about how you Africans are so dusty and booty scratchers. And I would apologize to the blacks and Americans, say everything I said. Look, I apologize. So before that all comes about, please hit the cash app or the super chat. Because once they put me in that room, you guys would be very confused once they bring me out. Because those are the things they will be paying me to say. And you guys know how I feel about capitalism. Speaking of capitalism, the Africans know capitalism better. I'll show you how the Africans are coming here and taking advantage of the opportunities, not only here, in the UK. So just like the blacks go to Africa, right? They go to Ghana, Gambia, they are jumping around. Guess who also is doing it? The Ghanaians. They are in the UK. They test the job market. They don't like it. They come over here, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I don't want to keep you waiting. Let me analyze this video. Let me read some of this super chat, these comments before I go in. AB, greetings to you too. Janizola, greetings, greetings. St. James, Rusting, Supergirl, Judah Empire, welcome. Oh, Pan Africanist too. Oh, here we are. He said, none of us don't want you to come to America. We could careless, just try to just try to look down on us. Oh, geez. You see, that's what I'm saying. We already have a crybaby in the house. He thinks they have the power to decide who comes to America and who can't. Poor guy or poor lady cannot understand that America is a business. So you come here, you take advantage of it. If you want to go take advantage of the business in Africa, by all means, Ghana is available, Nigeria is available. In fact, even Gambia, Senegal, all these places, the doors are open to you. In fact, these African presidents, I need to send a message to all of you. Even the visa fee that you guys are charging the blacks is not fair. You guys need to remove all that. Even though us Africans have to queue up, be in line, some people for years before they get their visa. But you guys are making it so hard for the blacks, even though they can just buy their ticket and hop in. So the fees that you are charging them, that's even too high. Remove all that fee. Because how heartless can these countries be? How heartless? Can't you see that these people are returning? They are returning. Their great-great-grandparents were taken away from that land. So the least you can do for them, give them a little bit of leg up. Make the visa free. So now we will come to the African section. So this video, this young lady, she's from Ghana. So she was in the UK first. And she would tell us about the experience in the UK. And it makes sense. So, some of the callers that call here from the UK, the things she's saying, now I understand some of the things. So, I'll get you there. Zongo said, Afrodamus, you become fat playing video games. You have definitely done it all. That's right. That's right. Zongo. Jeanette said the blacks can't tell the difference between Africans and them. They say Africans don't hold on, let me see that. Oh man, this chat moves fast. Anyways, American First Rifleman, thank you for the $10 super chat. American First Rifleman just hit that. He said, keep up the negrology lessons, my African brother ninja. That's right. Thank you for the super chat, guys. Like I said, American First Rifleman, just help add to the sponsor. Raja said, here we go with us Native Americans. Raja, you guys see Raja already came with that BS again. Okay, but welcome to the show, Raja. Saki said, yeah, Afrodamus, I think you're going too far with this. I am African in the UK, and I'm telling you that in some workplace I have been called N-word and monkey. It exists. Well, sir, are you an N-word and are you a monkey? So I don't know what to tell you there, sir. If you don't like it there, please, you should change the jobs or start your own business. That's what people do. You don't just stay there and they calling you N-word, you don't like it. What, you can't file report and say, I do not want to give these people 2 knuckle sandwiches if you don't take care of this business here. And why would somebody just call you an N-word or a monkey out of the blue? This is what I'm not understanding. I have been amongst the whites, since they are the ones that are accused of all this. So the things they try to call, racism, in fact, those are the things you get from the blacks. They will say to you, booty scratch, why don't you go back to your country? I'm like, man, the blacks They are not all, not all, not all. Let me make that clear. They are anti-American until your African ass shows up. Pretty soon they become America first. They even take it further. They start talking about we the original people of this land. You are African, we ain't. But that's not where we are today. You know, I mean, it's all right. Let's see. Pan-African report. He said the Afrodamus report is a Pan-Africanist. He's a Pan-Europeanist. Here we go. Well, let me do the disclaimer, guys. I know you guys are itching for this. Let me do the disclaimer. Here we go. So, as you guys know, the policy here is excuses don't matter. We're all about results, results, results. Here we go. All right. So now you will see, I'm going to show you how sometimes, how you hear people come, oh, they give the Africans free stuff. No, you will see why they are jealous of Africans. Some people, some groups, I'm not naming names, but a hit dog hollers, right? So there are people who are very jealous of Africans. So when they try to downplay it, and of course, I'm not saying every African is going to have the achieving mindset. Of course, there are many who they practice the practices would lead them to becoming losers. It would send them to Loserville. I am not talking about those people. You see, I am not talking about those people. I am talking about the go-getters. The go-getters, not the losers. So let me show you how the Ghanaian women and other African women are killing the game. So here we go. This is a brand new immigrant, brand new. Here we go.
Honestly, one time we decided to just take a stroll just around our community. As soon as we started strolling, we saw a man with his gun. I was like, is it just like that? People are flaunting their gun.
Is there racism here? What would you say?
If somebody doesn't like you, they tell you to your face.
Guys, I've seen her face a little bit. Hey. Joyce, be honest with me. There are thousands of people watching between the UK and the US. Is it worth it? Yeah.
I would honestly say
Hi guys, so as you can see, I have our sweetheart here. So for those who have been on the channel for a while, I'm sure you may have seen her face before because she's in the US. I'm sure that you guys know that I'm currently in the US with my family, right? And Joyce and her husband came to visit us, and I'm like, she needs to give us everything we need to know about the US. Is it worth it? So for those who don't know,
so you see, so the host right here, she's from the UK, and the people she's visiting, they were in the UK too, now relocated to the United States. So this is what I was saying last week. Africans do not just go to places for no reason. Like, why would you go to a place just to complain? I don't know Africans even here to do that. See, if you're a complainer, I just tell you, pack your bags and go back to where you came from. And of course, you're going to get some haters who they will be like, oh man, they will try to downplay your achievement to say, oh, you didn't work for it. The white man gave it to you. But how come they gave it to you but didn't give it to them? Right? So here we go.
myself, my husband, and my son, we're currently visiting my parents, but Joyce has moved permanently from the UK to the US. Joyce, be honest with me. Guys. There are thousands of people watching. For those of us who are still contemplating between the UK and the US, is it worth it? How long have you been here?
3 months.
I think 3 months is good enough to share.
It is.
Yeah.
I would honestly say it is 110% worth it.
Because one.
I mean, it's a lot.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna have a chat, so you'll get to know.
Okay.
But it is worth it. Absolutely.
You don't regret it.
So did you guys hear what she said? Is it worth relocating from the UK to America? She said 110%. So she's Ghanaian, right? So if she is saying it is worth moving from UK to America, do you not think it's super worth it, moving from Ghana to the UK? So Geoffrey was right. But you see a lot of these people that go against people like this. So they know whatever story they are selling is just a story. Like, you don't have to make excuses why you're moving to an African country. You just go do what you got to do. But when they say, no, you cannot make it there because you're black, you're this, you're blah, blah, blah. So they want to discourage the Africans from coming. So let's see how 3 months have been so far. Soki said 3 months isn't long until 3 years. Yes, but let's see how her 3 months is looking. Let's look at that. Here we go.
No.
How long did you live in the UK before you left?
I lived, I think, 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, I moved here.
So that means you're very close to getting your permanent residency in the UK, and then you just let that go. You just left and
Yeah,
then you moved here.
yeah. But I've never wanted to be in the UK.
Yeah.
All my life, even before I went to the UK, my plan was to get to the UK and then move to US, and then COVID happened. So I just got stuck in the UK. So the time came and I'm here.
Guys, I've seen her payslip, eh? Hey.
See, she's talking about the pay slip. This is after 3 months. So people that are saying, oh man, it's so dangerous being black in America. Do you see this woman? This woman, her dream was to come to America. If America is so racist and disadvantageous for black skinned people, why is she here? You see how this lady is clapping because of she's seen her paycheck. Let's see. She's seen her paycheck, this woman's paycheck. This is completely different from the stories we're getting from Africa when people relocate, complaining, scamming each other, not making money. This is not that game. So guys, please get the likes up. Get the likes up. Here, let's go.
If she gives me the chance, if I'm missing, I'll show it. Guys, it's crazy how much she's making in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Some of us are not making that in a month in the UK. So you work in what department here?
So I'm in emergency room.
And then you were in emergency back in UK
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Was it on purpose? Did you choose it?
So I think when I was coming from Ghana, I was doing med-surg.
Okay.
But then I wanted a place that would make you very employable.
Okay.
So I found it's either A&E or ICU. But I chose A&E because I remember I loved doing A&E when we were doing our rotation back. I love.
So you see, people like to say, oh, people coming from the third world. Oh, they would come with the excuse, oh, why can't you do it in your country? She was a nurse there. And so she found a better opportunity, high paying. Do you guys see how easy it is to make the money here in the States if you're willing to develop yourself, educate yourself, put in the work? But of course, if you have no skills, no business, no nothing, of course it's going to be difficult for you. So therefore, instead of these people saying, oh, it's hard for them, they just like to say it's hard for everybody. So I would like to see what kind of excuses they would come up with. The lady said she's seen the paycheck of this woman, what she makes within 3 months in the United States. Most of them don't even make that in the UK. So she's a nurse. She came here qualified. What skills are you transferring to Africa that would give you money? People like to pretend to act like, oh, I'm doing it for the natives. No, do it for you. Because when you do it for you, it's a mutual exchange. You exchange your skills for money. You benefit, they benefit. Here we go.
To A&E. So I was like, okay, at least I've had an experience in A&E, so let me just go. And I loved it. I know friends that I took to A&E, they never went back. So I think it was a good choice.
Wow. So what would you say the main difference is working in A&E in the UK and working in A&E in the US? Which is tougher, which is more difficult? Patients to nurse ratio. What's it like?
We use literally most of the stuff, like it's the same. The same trolley, the same wheelchair, like a lot of things are the same. So it wasn't like I'm going to do a totally different thing. So I knew most of the stuff. Patients to nurse ratio, it is 4 to 1. So one nurse to four patients
in the emergency room.
Yeah, just like in the UK.
Okay.
But what I find is that because the UK is free, we tend to have a lot of people visiting in a day. But because sometimes I get to here and our waiting room is literally empty. But in a
Do you guys did you hear what she said? So in the UK, she's saying even the workload is a lot more because over there, those people are on that socialism BS. So it's free. They claim it's free, but they take it out of their taxes is high. So wherever you say it's free, they're gonna flock the place. So I'm guessing in the UK, her being a nurse, they, especially the blacks over there, they probably it's free. So they just run to the clinic, to the hospitals. They fill up the emergency rooms. So in America, her workload is even down because in America, if you cannot be frequenting the emergency room, try it and see, because it's not free. You have to pay. Sure, they will treat you, but they will send you the bill. That's right. And when you don't pay, they send you to collection. It's gonna go in your credit report. So being a nurse in those countries, you just working harder. You're gonna work yourself to death and not even get paid that much money. This is why the USA is the great place. So guys, some of you that are here, you have been having a hard time and not understand how America works, how immigrants are killing the game. If you have been somebody whose excuse have been the white man and racism, please take out your pen and pad. You can learn some, you can restructure your attitude. You can learn a thing or two from this woman coming from Ghana. Don't allow your ego to stop you from learning. Okay? So here we go.
UK, you will never see that unless it's like Christmas, and even after that, they're gonna show up. So it's like, where did they go? Well, I don't know, ill the previous day. So I'm like, I find because it's not free, people tend to come to the hospital when they really need it.
Have you been scared ever since you came here about the gun violence or about the crime rates here?
Honestly, because I used to take a lot of strolls with my husband when we were in the UK. Even like 11 p.m., we used to stroll back in the UK. And then one time we decided to just take a stroll just around our community. And it was just us, and it was 6 p.m. As soon as we started strolling, we saw a man with his gun. Like, I was like, what? Is it just like that? People are flaunting their guns? I was like, so we had to just end the stroll and go back.
Now, see, you have to find out what the state laws are, because you might be living in a state where it's open carry. So, of course, in America, there is, what did I say? There's over 350 million people in America. And guess what? There is way over 400 million guns. Do you think that's just being spoken just on TV? No, people actually do have guns, but yeah, it's not dangerous. Just make sure you avoid, when you get this message, watch my shows, avoid any streets in America where it says South Martin Luther King Street. If it's Jefferson Street, Jackson Street, if he has one of those old slave owners or one of those masses people's names, when they give the street name to a black person, avoid those streets. That's where the shootings tend to happen. If it said south, make sure south and then whatever follows. These streets, remember these streets, okay? Martin Luther King Street, South Jackson Street, Jefferson Street, William Street. These are some of the the ones that are popular. And avoid going to the fried chicken joints late at night. Don't go to Popeyes. Avoid Popeyes. Unless if it's in a white neighborhood. If it says Malcolm X Boulevard, avoid that place too. Wherever you see people hanging out on the street next to the gas station, it doesn't matter their skin color. Do not buy gas, pump gas from there. keep driving. That's right, College Street too. So yeah, once you do that, you'll be fine. Okay, you'll be fine. Just know where you are. Other than that, everything is fine and dandy. And shop at Whole Foods or at the Chinese places, the Chinese grocery stores. Okay, there's African grocery stores, but Africans tend to be cheap. They want to put their stores in these ghetto areas. If they are in one of these streets, just make sure before you go into the store, drive around the block twice, make sure the coast is clear before you go shopping there. That's all I gotta say. Here we go.
And since then, I've not been able to stroll. But knowing me, I'm somebody who would love to come out and enjoy fresh air. But now it's limited to my balcony.
So that means you're not as free as you were in the UK.
I wouldn't say I'm still free, but
You're a bit
I'm
more
very
careful.
careful.
Okay.
And how I'm careful because of all the things I've heard and all the things I've seen.
Okay.
It might not necessarily be the same. It might be an exaggerated stuff that we've seen. But just to be on the safe side, I prefer to stay at home.
So in the UK, what was your average take home? And over here, what's your average take home, if you don't mind?
So in the UK, my average take home for 4 weeks was around 1,800
1,800
after tax.
after tax.
And here, my average take home after tax for 4 weeks is about 5,500.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what about bills?
Do you know one thing? When I was coming here, I heard a lot of scary stuff about bills and taxes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, how bad can this be from what I'm seeing in UK? Because I felt my bills were just too much. And then I got here and I moved to my house, like my apartment. So I was like, I told my manager, where is my bill? He was like, oh, don't worry, the company will send it to you, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, fine. And the bill came for 1 month and our gas was $16 for 2 people. Gas. 16. Imagine, I cook like something.
Wow.
I always, like I'm literally.
Do you guys, some of you that were asking, where's the opportunity? You see, she's making so much money, $5,500. Her gas bill $16, super low. So if you manage yourself, you shouldn't be complaining. American First Rifleman, thank you for the super chat. He said, tasty chicken sandwich to die for. That's right. That's right. Zongo said, why are the blacks concentrated in the South? That wherever you go, because they came from the South of America, from the South. So whatever city the blacks go to, they stay in the South end. You're correct about that. So the ratio, the people that cry about bills, I've told you, figure out a way to live cheaply.
Cooking every day because my husband doesn't eat still food, so I'm cooking every day, and it was $16 for a month. And I don't know. I mean, it's only 3 months. I can't really say why. And then,
by the way, if you're looking to transfer money from the UK, Canada, US to these 10 African countries, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, Botswana, Rwanda, whether you're using Android, whether you're using iOS, do not forget to use Length.
Guys, do you even see the companies that the African channels are promoting? It's about getting money into that continent. How you can transfer money from the UK, America, into Ghana, Nigeria, our countries. Let me see. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're from these countries, make sure you use Let Me Fee and, add on to the economy in your various countries. All right. And lady, if you ever see this video, I would like you to introduce Let Me Fee to my people in Gambia too. We need to put our people to work. Let us continue.
They have the best rates on the market. If you want value for your money, if you want the person to get the exact amount that you're sending without any transaction fee, without any transfer fees, the best app to use is Lemfi. They have the best rates on the market, like no doubt. And then when you send the money, the person gets it immediately, guys. You have customer support that's going to help you if you have any issues. Ever since I discovered that's what myself and my friends have been using, they can trust Lemfi. Download Lemfi with the link in the description. And when you transfer money, the first transfer about like £100. If you transfer using my referral link or the name Nanelle, you get 10% of the money you're transferring back. So if you transfer £100, you get £10 back. £200, you get £20 back, but it's capped at £50. Okay, so use Lemfi. Okay, it used to be formerly known as Lemon Finance, but this time around they've come with even so much goodness, guys. I'm just too excited. So even as I'm in the US, I'm still sending money to Ghana using Lemfi. They're that good. Yeah, thank you so much, Lemfi, for sponsoring today's video.
And then electricity came. I think water is free, and electricity I pay like 66 for 1 month. And I was like, just this? Is this what the people have been complaining? But maybe it's just because I'm in an apartment.
Okay.
Those in houses.
My mom is in different states, right? And she pays for water, so I think it's a bit different. So
exactly.
Your water is free.
Yeah,
gas
it's
was
free.
like 16.
16.
Was like
And this lady, they are telling the truth. Like, because if you get charged electricity every 2 months, like over here, every other month, you add it up. Usually I pay like like less than about $80 every 2 months. So every other month. That's good. So these bills, they are cheap. You just gotta, figure out your lifestyle. That's all.
60.
Yeah.
What about rent?
Rent for a 1 bedroom apartment, and when I say 1 bedroom, it's not
Small.
trust me, those in UK, the stuff that 1 bedroom apartment I'm talking about is not what is in UK.
Okay.
Literally, if I'm not exaggerating, my living area and my kitchen is the whole of my 1 bedroom apartment when I was in
you were
UK.
in UK.
But here it is
So
very
you see, when you come from the UK to America, you're living large. In UK, they're living small. Here in America, they're living large. No wonder these Negroes that call, they are usually very angry. They sound like the blacks, even though the blacks are living large. Here we go.
very spacious.
Very spacious.
And I'm paying 1650.
That's
so
not bad.
it's not at all.
Because
And
1650 in pound will be like 1,100 or 1,200 or
yeah,
something.
yeah. And imagine, apparently, I'm living in one of the expensive areas, and I'm paying that amount.
So that's
So
fine.
yeah, so
Wow. I noticed that you got a car almost immediately you came here.
Yeah.
How easy was it? Was it difficult?
with our profession, I know UK, for instance, it doesn't matter what you do. If you don't have the credit score, they won't give you. But here, even if you don't have the credit score, they'll still consider your profession
Okay.
or what you do or the agency or the hospital you work for,
Okay.
because they trust certain people.
Okay.
Once they have.
Oh, wait. Did you guys hear? She said they trust certain people. So are the blacks trusted? Are they being given the credit? So this woman, because she did her work, she's valuable to them. So, man, let's hear what the Africans are receiving in their bonuses just to come here to America. So let's see. Here we go.
Have an approval to say yes, this person works for me, it is way easier for them to give you an approval. So it was very easy. All my colleagues, nobody struggled.
Wow.
What I realized was that some of the car dealers chase us with the cars. So like they give you like options and deals that will entice you.
And I love your car. Can I show it?
Oh yeah, you can
I'll
absolutely.
show you guys to see. Wow.
And when I came, I was speaking to this dealer. So he was like, oh, if you really want to get it, I can offer you a car for free
Wow.
to drive till your car is ready, because we bought a brand new car. And I was like, what? Are you going to do that? And he said, oh yeah, we're going to do that. And they paid for everything except the fuel. So they gave me the Honda CRV. I drove that for almost 2 months before my car was ready and they brought the car.
All right, sister, one thing, they are doing the newbie thing on you. You're making the money, but with these America also, if these car dealerships, they are giving you all this stuff, they are pulling you, reeling you in. Don't let them put those debts on you. If not, pretty soon, by 3 years time, you would think this money is big, the money will start getting small, and you would become depressed and start overeating, and the bills would grow and grow and grow. Those car loans, be careful of those car loans. Watch the interest rates. Why are they trying to give it to you so quick? So, for those of you that are watching, if you live, for instance, in a major city, what you would do is, if you come, especially the type of salary she is getting right off the bat, I would say save up, buy you a $3,000 car. You can get good car for $3,000. Go on Craigslist, offer up, eBay, your local place. Buy it cash. When you buy that cash, no car payment, no interest rate, you're gonna save so much money. Okay, but if you are here with a company, for example, with her, sometimes these companies, they offer you, they give you certain offers. Pretty much they are, it's like a free thing. But I would rather the smart thing is, you buy the car, you buy it used, you buy the used car, because that way you are in charge of everything. But do not trust them bringing you into the dealership. They're smiling, they're giving you these keys. It's not free. Okay? So other than that, skipping that trap, Other than that, everything is looking good so far. Here we go.
Wow.
Brand new, 0 mileage. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you can hear some guys £1,000. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And be honest with me as well with the taxes.
Yeah.
You've experienced how much UK people take for tax. How is it like here? I hear you don't pay taxes, and at the end of the tax year you pay something. How's it like?
So I know we've all heard like how bad the American tax system is, but honestly, Nanelle, when you told me we're going to have this interview, my husband was like, "Make sure you talk like somebody who knows what they're talking about." I was like, the only thing I might not have an idea or clue about is the tax, because it's not like a set percentage that the UK has out, like 20% for everything. But here they have like 4 different taxes they take. But the thing is, they've not given us a set amount, like a percentage they take out. So I sat down and I calculated every month how much, or every 2 weeks how much they take it, and it came up to 23%. Or so it's not far from what they take in the UK. It's just like a lot of things. So at the end of the month, what the government is taking, like 4 different taxes. There's the federal tax, state tax, I think Medicare, and then you pay another one to Social Security. So, but when you combine everything, I think maximum 25%. Yeah, every 2 weeks.
Every 2
Every 2
weeks.
weeks. Every 2 weeks. Yeah, but the thing is, you make the money. So, well, to me, I don't feel it, honestly.
What do you miss about UK? What do you miss? Be honest.
One thing, food. Food is relatively cheaper in the UK, and I miss my friends. Like, it's so difficult finding
example
you and yeah, I miss my friends, honestly. But I find it's very difficult finding genuine people to be friends with. You just have to be careful because you never know.
So you guys see, she came in, she has a profession. So she's not begging for no reparations. She's not begging for job. In fact, the job, they are opening the incentive for her to get brand new cars and everything. So, be smart, okay? People are not coming here to tap dance. People are coming here to take advantage of the opportunity on the table. Here we go.
So, yeah, I miss my friends.
So was it very easy to integrate into the system here? Did you find like sort of like some discrimination? Is there racism here? What would you say?
I've not faced like an actual racist.
Okay.
If somebody doesn't like you, they tell you to your face.
Okay.
And then okay, this person doesn't like me, so I'll be careful and not be close to this person. But as somebody, what we see in the videos, like the Karens, I've not met any. I mean, that's why I said it's 3 months, and it's very early to judge. But generally, I think, and because when I came, I started getting all my documents ready, going for orientations and stuff. So I didn't really have time to say, oh, I'm bored or I'm trying to fit in. No, I just came. The next day, I was out trying to get my stuff.
You remember I did a video about my regrets moving to the UK?
Yeah.
And in that video, I mentioned that another regret is that in the UK, it will take you like 5 years to get your permanent residency. However, if you're a nurse going to the US, you get permanent residency the same week.
Yeah.
You were calling me liars in the comment section. Please tell them.
So when we came, I think the first week we applied for our social security, because you can't do that outside, but you can't apply for your permanent residency outside the United States. So what we did was that when we paid for everything, we applied. So when we entered, we did everything with them, with those people that check you in and make sure you have all your documents are legit and everything. So they were like, okay, we're going to send to this address. I said, okay. And now the next week, my manager called me in to say, you have a letter. So I went around and I got it, and it was the green card.
Your green card came
the next week.
After 1 week.
Yeah. And I know somebody who had their green card the same week, literally the same week. And this person posted on their status. I was like, wow. Because mine took 2 weeks.
Lying.
Yeah.
I wasn't lying.
So she says she's never faced the racism, and she got her green card right away. Green card, So she got a great deal, because to get green card, at least I would say when I came to the US, it took me some years, at least 2 years. To get temporary, then 5 years. 5 years later, after 5, you get 10 years. So that means they need their skills. They need workers to come and take advantage of this. So her route is completely different. She came with a worker's visa. And someone is asking, Astro said, is she going to get her Negro wake-up call? Well, I know the Negroes would hope so, but she's not looking for that quote-unquote racism, so she will never find it.
Even if it took 3 weeks, Joyce,
It still came.
it came.
And then it's only weeks.
And it's permanent residency.
Yeah, and it's for 10
I've
years.
been in the UK almost 5 years and I still don't have it.
That's why I'm advising you. People are giving it out for free. So
And it's not tied to your job.
no.
You decide to quit nursing and you still have your permanent residency.
All that I have to do is just to pay them out, and that is it. They don't have anything to do with my green card. Nothing.
So did you come with an agency?
So my whole reason for going to the UK to get everything done from UK was I wanted to avoid that agency stuff. So that's why I was so bent on going to the UK to do everything myself.
Yeah.
So do you guys see? So just like you see, it's the same thing. You know how the blacks, they would go to Uganda, they would go to Tanzania, now they will go to Kenya. Oh, we don't like it in Ghana. So I'm glad the Africans are doing the same thing. Just go to UK, leapfrog, because you want to get your nursing things in together. Why not? Look at how you're being welcomed. You're being welcomed here with open arms. You don't have to, beg. You don't have to pretend. And of course, some are going to be jealous of you. They are going to claim they paved the way for you. How do they pave a way for somebody, but they can't even see the way? So this is the difference, right? So the same thing, the way the blacks roam Africa, you can roam the West like that. She started in the UK and it wasn't popping over there, because the entire apartment is now the size, she just said it, the size of a kitchen. And to the side, like on the hallway, that's the size of full apartment over there. So over here in America, she is balling. She making more money. She got her new car. I mean, she is focused. She is focused. So you would see this woman, right? In 3 years' time, you would see her in a nice big house in the suburbs. And they'll be like, oh man, how did she get it? Well, you're seeing it here. She's telling us. Here we go.
So I found ways to do it, but then I still have to go through an agency.
Okay.
So some of the hospitals who do direct hire, they still contact the agencies.
Yeah.
But then they pay, like they sort the agencies out. So apparently my agency, my hospital gives them $5,000 for every person they bring to them. And out of that $5,000 is what they give to people who refer us to them. And guess how much they give to the people who are referring us to the agency? $1,000. I asked my international manager, nurse manager, and I was like, can we refer people to you guys ourselves? He was like, yeah, and you get the $5,000. And I was like, what?
Just refer me.
So if I refer like 2 people, I get 10,000. That's like, yeah.
There's money in this country, like I always say, like, there's so much money. Like,
And do you know that referral bonus, like the sign-up bonus, is actually
Hey, did you guys hear the African attitude? There is money in this country, while other people are saying there isn't, or they'll say they want it for free. The Africans are happy to work for it. You go, sister girlfriends. Here we go.
actually get paid.
how much they give you?
10,000.
They give you 10,000.
Yes.
They give you 10,000.
Yes.
Choice.
But they tax everything. So they tax the 10,000.
That is just the referral bonus. Just the referral bonus. Look, take advantage of these opportunities. There is money on the table, but you just have to know how to get it. Yeah, crying and blaming, kicking, screaming, it's not going to get you the money. Learn from the Africans here, especially the Ghanaian women here. You see, the Ghanaians are coming over here killing the game, while the blacks, some of them are over there complaining. This is wild. Here we go.
And I had like 6,500.
So money.
Yeah, free money. And I used that as a base to pay part of the car.
Wow, that's so nice. So what would you say are the not so pleasant things about this country that we should be aware of?
I wouldn't really know to say because I'm extra careful. I can't really follow my husband to go out. He's like the all-out person trying to explore. And I feel like I'm so scared all because of the things I've heard. But I just have to let my guard go with it. And then I can explore and understand things. Because that's the only way I'm going to find out, oh, I like this thing, I don't like this, then I experience this thing. And so I just have to relax. I can't really say what is really challenging.
Okay.
But with me coming from UK, I think one challenging thing is that, I mean, if you're coming from outside a place that doesn't use credit score system,
Okay.
you will be okay.
Okay.
But with a place that I experienced, that I've used it and I knew how good it was, and now I've come to a place that I don't have it and I have to sometimes.
So yes, you can't transfer your credit score from the UK to the US. So you're not building your credit.
You're
right?
not building your credit.
Okay.
So there's a thing where you can transfer your credit score. So you can transfer to get credit cards,
Okay.
but you can't transfer the actual score. So you have to start all over again. But then for them to give you credit cards, they can get your credit score from there and check and give you a credit card based on that.
Okay.
So that's what we did. But still, there are certain things that you really need to get off credit. Because sometimes you don't have to pay for everything just because you have the money.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I'm struggling with at the moment. But I think with time, it will change. Yeah.
So what is your yearly salary like per annum?
90K.
Per year.
90K. Yeah. And that is like your raw.
And that is before overtime.
Yeah.
So if you make overtime, what's your hour rate?
So I was looking into doing overtime night, but with my hourly rate that I'm getting and the extra amount they're going to give me, I think when I calculated it, I will be.
Did you guys hear that? She makes 90K. 90K, that's before. If she didn't even, if not even doing overtime. So, lady, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you make enough money to make cash king. Trust me. Just open up your account in the bank, deposit it, use your card, your debit card, just, use it for everything. The bank, they are going to see it. Put a whole lot of money in your account. They will see this. Let them come to you. Then you can negotiate. Let them come to you. Pretend like you don't want any credit card. Just put money in your account. They would see that you are somebody responsible and someone that is making money. So the banks, because they see it, they know your transactions. Some of these people think it's just enough to have credit score high, but you got to have money too. So do it that way. Do not let them talk you into, making you believe that if you don't have the credit card, you can't do stuff. No. Just do what I'm saying here. You will see. The bank, they will come to you. She makes 90K. So Jeffrey was correct that he can come here and easily make 100K. Jan said 90K plus rent, car note, food, etc. She thinks she's going to. Dude, even if she has all that, 90K is still good money. I can tell that this woman is financially savvy. She's a Ghanaian. That's good amount of money. She's not going to run through that.
Getting like $75 to $77 an hour.
$77.
Yeah,
wow.
for a night shift. Yeah.
What are we still doing in the UK? Wow. Joyce, your final word to me from your heart as a sister.
Nanelle.
Be honest with me.
Honestly.
We know we bought a house, Joyce.
Nanelle, but we had disagreements. We had this convo. You knew we were coming. What happened? What happened? Honestly, it doesn't matter. You could leave that house in UK, don't sell it. You can be a real estate part-time there and just come. Because I always tell people, like, when you have, like, don't be in a dilemma, like, decide and come. That is when you're going to experience it.
Yeah.
Because if you try to find a reason.
Bantu Queen said, but she can't be announcing 90K on YouTube. African relatives would pop out of the woodwork needing it. Exactly. That's the only, dilemma about, announcing how much you make to Africans. Because, the moment they hear it, they would create problems out of the woodwork. So it's hard to motivate Africans in that aspect. Zongo said, Afrodamus, the husband will work to add to the household income. Exactly. So this woman is killing the game. It's killing the game.
Things for not coming, definitely going to find some. You get reasons. Just come and you're going to experience it. I said, I don't know if it was because I had made my mind I was coming. I just love this place. And I've never regretted this place. And I feel settled in my heart.
Yeah.
I feel settled.
And you are glowing. I can see that.
Oh, no, the peace.
I don't know if it's the husband.
She loves it here. She said, you know, she's happy. So let's continue.
It's the US. But whatever it is, it's working.
Yeah, but I find I'm very much settled in my heart that I'm here, because all this while this is what I've wanted. So yeah.
I'm happy.
Oh,
you too.
please come.
All right. You guys saw, you know, she's happy in the great US of A. No racism. 90K within 3 months. She came here, she hit the ground running. So let us, the link is in the chat. You know, all phone calls are welcome. Even if you're a Debbie Downer, even if you want to come here and be a crybaby, we're still open to hearing your side as well. If you want to, you know, shoot for lower expectations, we are open to hearing that as well. But this is what is happening. This is what the African immigrants and other smart immigrants are doing. They are making it. So I have a caller here. Judah, welcome to the Afrodamus report.
Hey, Afrodamus, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. In fact, your audio today is great. I don't know where you're calling from, but your audio is amazing. Judah, what do you know, the video I just played here, seeing how the Ghanaian women and other African women are killing it. Because last time I did the video about Geoffrey talking about when he's going to come to America and make money, make over 100K. He said he knows people that make that easily. Even you were amongst people who's like, nah, you know, he's just talking. So now we have the proof here. You know, what is your take on the video and the mindset of Africans? Oh, African millennial, welcome to the Afrodamus report. It's been a while. I see you in the chat. Go ahead, Judah.
Oh man, she left the UK and came to United States, and man, look, I mean, I don't know where to start, but I mean, she's making her money, man. That's, you know what I'm saying. She did what she have to, you know. I don't know if the 90K is after taxes or before, but I mean, still, you know.
Even if it's before taxes, it's still 90K.
Yeah,
The
but I
money,
mean,
it's still people that make 20K a year, they will still get taxed, right?
right, but I mean, if she's
Everyone
trying
pays taxes. Everyone is gonna pay taxes.
yeah, it seems like she's trying to compare her life back in the UK with what she's experiencing in America, and she feels like she is living far better off in America
No,
than in
not
the
trying.
UK.
That's what the topic is. That's what she's doing.
Right,
And
right.
so we're exchanging. Remember last week question came up, if like African come to America, you know,
Right.
they
I mean,
make it easier, through their hard work, because
now,
their skills is what's valuable here. That's what people
uh,
come to sell.
I mean, she's a nurse, right? She's a
Right.
nurse, and
Yeah.
you know, she told you how she came into America and she took all these loans, you know, to get a car. She has to, you know, all these things. I mean, different from the UK system. Um, look, man, look, this is just an individual that we are talking about. I don't want to go into other failures, those who have come and those who have not make it. We are talking on what,
Again,
you know,
like we said,
based on what we
Judah,
have on our hand right now. So I mean,
Judah,
look, man,
Judah,
yeah,
we're dealing with over here. If you want, you can talk about the losers if you want to represent them. But over here today, we are talking about winning. We're
yeah. See,
showing people that are winning. But if you want to talk about losers, you're certainly welcome. We would
exactly.
listen. But
When I
we
was
are not.
watching,
Me personally, I'm not interested in losers, because how is
exactly.
that going to help anybody?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the
When I
whole.
was
You know how
watching,
people travel to Ghana, to Gambia, other places, they ask for free land, you know, they talk about white racism and how difficult America is. But now you have the, I'm showing this video to show that it's the opposite. Africans also traveling through the diaspora and making it. They're
Right.
not begging. They are not being faced by this protocol.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know a friend that left America and went to Germany and made it in Germany because he couldn't
that's
make it
good.
here. But
That's
let me
good.
not digress. Let me not
Hold on.
digress.
Hold on. Let me read this. American First Rifleman, thank you for the super chat. I say, Judah is not a nurse. Oh, okay. Thank you for the super chat. Go ahead.
I don't know who said I was a nurse, but look, when the lady was talking, right, I was trying to picked out some certain postures, you know, hand gestures and all these things. I was trying to, see, sometimes when people talk, you want to see their whole posture, and the way she was talking, I think she was over exaggerating. I think there was some kind of
So
hyperbole in the
so
way she was talking.
you're a posture expert now.
Yeah. I think she was hyperbolating, in most
Judah,
of,
here's the thing.
she
Judah, no need to dance around it. If you just want to find a way to show her your hate for her, just
no,
do
I'm not
it
finding a
openly.
way, but the way she was
No,
talking,
because
the way
here's the thing.
Afidemus, are you gonna let me talk?
Hold on.
Afidemus, are you
Hold
gonna
on,
let me talk a little?
Judah, give me a minute. Judah, I know you like to do this. To when people try to jump you go out of your way to shut them down. I'm the host. I gotta ask the question. Let me ask you. So you came in, right? First, you went for the tax thing, and you're thinking that's not look sticking for whatever reason. Now you're saying so because her hand gestures that told you she's exaggerating.
I didn't say. I say when people talk, the way they talk,
No,
the
her.
way they over.
No, we're talking about her.
Yeah. I was
Her.
Afidemus.
Not
Can
people. Her.
Afidemus, can you listen to it? I said, yeah, I was checking on it, on her posture, her hand gesture, the way she was sitting, the way she was leaning back and talking. It seems like she was hyperbolating,
So how
gross
was she supposed to
exaggeration.
sit? How was
She
she supposed
the,
to?
the the way she was talking, it seems like she was trying to carry herself over, like to her friend and telling her, "Look, I'm standing in a better place right now." So, man, you never know. It's just, I think I think there's just a misplaced priorities in most of the things that she was saying. I
So
wouldn't argue that she is
so
not doing
Judah,
well. She's doing
Judah,
well.
we proof
I
what I'm
wouldn't
saying.
Epidemic.
Judah,
I
we can
wouldn't. Yeah,
literally
go
hold
ahead.
on. Judah, we can literally look up how much nurses in her field make. You do
Oh,
realize
come
this,
on.
right?
Travel nurse makes highest, but I don't.
What I'm
A nurse
saying, we
make like
can.
30.
Oh, jeez, Judah, we can literally look this up.
A nurse make like 30. It depends what state. What state is she in?
I don't know. All
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
saying is, what I'm saying is, Judah. Okay, so in your expert opinion, since you say she's exaggerating, how much do you think she makes that she
I mean,
exaggerated?
90K a year. I mean, probably you have to work so many overtime, a lot of
No,
overtime as a nurse.
she said that's without overtime.
Oh, without overtime. So, I mean, for a nurse not to work overtime and making that amount of money, that's the highest they could make is like 60,000 a year.
That's not true.
It's
I have
ridiculous.
friends who are nurses.
I mean, it's only when they make overtime that they can make
Judah,
that amount of
no,
money.
Judah,
So,
Judah, I have
Can I,
friends who are
can I
nurses.
respond to Jude over there?
Okay,
Zongo, hold on, Zongo, you're gonna come in. I know when you start
Judah,
talking, you're gonna go forever and
wait,
start talking.
Judah,
Zongo, let me
Judah,
finish my point. Yeah,
Judah,
Afidemus.
Judah, I even have family members, relatives who are nurses.
Yeah,
RN.
but that's okay. I'm not just trying to throw her off. She's
No,
doing her thing.
I'm
Um,
just saying.
yeah. But
I have
see,
friends.
Afidemus.
I have one of my friends. In fact, he's probably watching He's probably watching right now. He's a nurse. He's an RN, and yeah, he does make
Did she also say she was? Did she also say she was married?
Yes, her husband is here. He's also going to contribute. She's with her husband.
Oh, okay, that's nice because most women when they start making that amount of money, they really don't, they start becoming all these, sex
What?
all these, they want to be on their independent and all that, like, look, man, I'm not bashing her out, but I mean, she's doing great for herself and her whole family. Kidola, can you go ahead and talk, man? You're the next in line, man. I'm just going.
Julie, what's going on with you this morning?
I mean, most women when they start making that amount of money, it seems like they want to be more
What do you have
independent.
against this Ghanaian woman? You're just
Oh man, I mean, it's look. I don't look. Ghanaians are fine, but some of the time the way they talk, man, it seems like they carry themselves to like, want to talk high on certain things. I mean, it makes. Come on, bro. Like, really, like,
so you are happy for her. You just don't like the way she talked about her money.
I mean, I'm not happy because I got my own money, but I mean, coming here and saying, "Oh, I'm doing," I mean, it just makes no sense, man. Keep
But
that
Judah,
stuff with you.
don't you think it's good for inspiration for other
I,
Africans to see this so they can move and make more money?
yeah, I mean, who makes 90K online and telling people makes 90K is too small, man. 90K for, I mean, you shouldn't. I mean, 90K is like
90K
it's too
is small.
small. Yeah, of course. I mean, come on, man. Like, but people are making like 200K. Not talking about you making 90K. Then it's okay, man.
Are you making 90K?
After them ones, I'm not gonna disclose what I make, what I don't make,
Oh,
man.
okay.
I'm gonna be out after them ones. Take care, man. Enjoy the show, man. Everyone on the panel should enjoy the show. I'm gonna
I
be
don't
out
know,
after them.
Judah, what kind of coffee did you drink this morning? What's going on?
Oh man, I took this. Are you familiar with this dark Starbucks coffee? They call it what is it? I think
Is
it's
it
some kind of
nitro? Is it nitro
not
cold brew?
nitro. Yeah, I mean, it's some kind of name that they had on it, man. But I don't drink coffee. When I go there, I ask people.
Judah. Since 90K is so small, like I'm now offended.
After them,
It's
I
not
don't want to
small.
go there,
Why
man.
don't you?
Take care,
Why don't
man,
you?
bro.
But you gotta donate. You gotta donate to the show. If you how you
Yeah,
make how
yeah.
is 90K small
I
to
mean,
you?
I
You're
have.
not donating. Like what's going on here? If 90K is small, you should be hitting the super chats here, sir. He ran away. Kidola, welcome to the Afrodamus report.
Damn, bro.
Kidola. So this guy is very funny. But so Kidola, did you take a look at the video?
Yeah.
So Kidola, look at the analysis I gave. So the comparison, you know how like the blacks, they travel to Africa, they say they face hard time, not all of course, but many, they complain, they exaggerate it, and they're saying it's hard to make it as a black person in America, racism and all that. Are you surprised to see these African women? Not only are they coming to America, but they are making it big time. Are you surprised by this?
No, not really, but I think she was in England before.
She was in England, and she said, in England they live in small, so she gotta come live big here in America. Yeah. Because she's making way more money here.
Yeah, I think possibility in England, she's not making such amount of money. Before they make that kind of or they decide to move to United States,
right?
She have already whatever calculated her income, the benefit, and what. See, these Africans are not just doing it. This nonsense is a process to come to United States.
Right.
But behind the scene, the husband might have a bigger dream. So it's not just her own thing alone.
So Kidola, what if the blacks that would say, You know how they say the Africans flee Africa? What if they say she fled 2 countries to come to America? Like the Ant report is saying she fled 2 nations. So, you know, the blacks would say she fled, but is she fleeing? Or there, you know, do you think some of the blacks would be jealous at this from the way they speak, how they try to say it's hard to make it as black person?
Afrodamus, look, what you see, you hearing me?
Yes.
What you're seeing is this lady is like an expert just doing some white Americans who work in Chevron.
Exactly.
Who work in other oil companies.
Mm-hmm.
Look for a better high pay salary. You understand?
Yes.
She's an expert. And she's earning the money. She studied for it. It's not like she did study for it. She studied for it. And she want to reap very big, high amount of money for what she studied.
Right.
Her parents did for her. You see, the mindset is different.
Are you surprised by Judah's mindset, him being an African? And did he sound like he was hating on her?
I think Judah don't just like Ghanaians. Let me just say the truth.
Okay.
It is Ghanaians are too. So this you have returned, and
but he wants to find excuses.
Yeah.
But Ola, why though? Because I don't think Ghanaians are like much more arrogant compared to Nigerians, though. Right, Ola? Right?
Yeah, but Judah too don't look. Judah too don't like Nigerians. He just hiding it. I'll be honest with you. So you see, what you see now is the way African people roll. You understand? Africans, when they studied or when their parents bring them out of Africa, they'll be honest to them. You have to study. You have to read. By 7 o'clock, after eating your dinner, you need to carry your books and go and read.
Discipline.
It's discipline. When you grow up with such an attitude, you are like a go-getter. And that's what you can see the way she's bubbling. She's happy.
Yeah.
And she's seeing the future. You understand me? So what Black Americans should understand is not them bringing the Africans to the United States. The Africans have opportunity to come to the United States by the white man. You understand? So it's not Africans. If you go abroad to look for racism, you will become a failure.
So look at like Natona is saying she's eating off of them, but the opportunities for anyone to take the money if you have the knowledge. Why isn't Natona and these people taking the money?
This lady have never met Black American. You understand? She doesn't have nothing to do with Black Americans. She's not in contact with them. You can see she's still with the Ghanaians kind of community. Then the white man first that brought her to the United States, that gave her the contract, then the Ghanaians community. This lady have nothing to do with Black Americans. He have no connection to them, and he have no business to them, towards them. So what you see now, she's just an expert who have a British nationality, who live in England. They want to make what's called capital moves for herself, and she's very, very happy. Then she'll go and build mansions in Africa, invest in Africa. Just that way with that. Look, if you're Africa who come to Western world, who want to sing racism, I think you will die there because you will not able to achieve nothing in Africa.
Exactly.
You understand?
Even here.
Also in that when you stay in there, because if you're always looking for something that is negative will follow you. Always look forward. Okay, treat everybody individually. Everybody is bad. Even among the black people, they are bad. The white people just treat people the way you think you'll be treated, and try to look for people that are nice. That's all.
So Kidola, what do you think? The blacks can learn from how Africans navigate in America, because you see, there's no victimhood mindset. See, people thought. You remember people who used to, Afrodamus is trolling. But Kidola, are you surprised to see there are many Black African immigrants who are out here, to get it, and they stay focused. They don't cry.
Yeah. Look, I already heard about the history of the Black. What happened to them there? I don't know much about them. I'm not staying in the United States. I don't know how, you know, or let's say most of their players in TV, some of these rich ones, you understand? So the way they think, I don't know what happened to them.
But
But
it's, you know, for Africa, it's all about the money. You know, not all this
yes,
talking about.
African mindset is like the white man mindset. It's all about the white man. When the white man comes to Africa, it's all about the money.
Right.
When he spy, it's always spy for the money. Africans are like that too.
Yeah.
African mindset is not about you like me or you don't like me. You understand me? There is you have a job for me. I will work for you good. They'll be friendly with you. It's very difficult when somebody is friendly with you for you to hate that person back. You
Right.
understand me? So these are the mindset are having because they want to build something in their hometown where they're coming from. They want to build, they want to help their family member. They're not there to play. They're not there to carry placard, Black Lives Matter. You understand me? They're not there to do all kind of things that will make their family back home hungry. This African girl back his mother, not paying back cash, but by doing well. She
Yeah.
can also assist her mother in some people in Africa. You understand? So that's just all. That's just the way our mindset is, not mindset of oh, Black Lives Matter. Uh,
So Kidola, you know, you're over there in Nigeria. Do you think if like Nigerians, let's say somebody like me who's been in America for a while, they come there with this Pan-African minds, I want to talk racism to the people, you know, he's like telling them he didn't make it because of the white man. Are they gonna listen?
Afrodamus, you can put me, let's you put me on the middle class stage in Nigeria, right? Middle
Right.
class, because I can afford 50,000 naira datas on
Yeah.
MTN, right?
Right.
Say in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
If you come to my house, right? Because
Yeah.
before I make my move strategically. You understand me? Every move I make it strategically. Where I sit, who I married to, and how I want to live my life is strategic because I've tasted what called poverty. You understand me?
Right.
I will not listen to you if you visit my house and tell me
And start
we have to
talking.
do this black power of a thing. Something that is not substance, something that don't bring it is, top of the table. I will look at you, I will tell you I hear you, then I will try to force you out of my house. I'm going to somewhere. You understand me? Because I'm not.
Wait. So, Kidola, you wouldn't even allow the person to eat soup with you.
No, I will not entertain anything with him. I will just listen to him.
No lunch. No.
No, say I hear you. I'll just look at him, because what he's saying is, look, Afrodamus, look, I told you for Gambia friends here, we do things together. Beside my
Yeah.
job, I also have other hustles. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand? So look, everybody try to better himself. You understand? I'm not here to
Right.
listen to racism. I'm not. Look, don't bring these things into me that cannot put things on top of the table for me. You understand me? Because the amount of money I'm paying for my children's school fees, they are not small. You understand me? I pay big.
Right.
So don't. I'm not here to. If I want to see racism, I will not have married my wife. You understand me? I'm only here to better myself. You understand? So don't come and. I don't want to be friends to poverty. I've seen poverty, tested poverty. Me and poverty were not friends. So I'm running away from poverty as long as Usebot can roll, fast as Usebot. So, bro.
Yeah. Let them go the other way. Let's
Yeah.
bring in. Let's bring in Zongo. Zongo, welcome to the Afrodamus report. Zongo, unmute yourself.
Yeah, hello, Afrodamus. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Zongo, what do you make of the video? Because last week I did analysis on Jeffrey's video where like these diasporans that go there, one black British, black American, several of them, they're like, Jeffrey don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's gonna face racism in America. You're not gonna make it. It's hard. But now this video, there are a lot of Ghanaians that travel, as nurses, to Canada as well, and the US. So seeing this video and the arguments that were laid, especially by your best friend Jude, what do you make of it?
Well, first of all, greetings to you, Afrodamus. Greetings to the panelists and greetings to the chat. Right, a beautiful Friday. What a beautiful Friday to have a good show on
That's right.
Afrodamus report while also working at home. Right.
That's right. The most trusted report on this side of heaven.
Exactly, right. So I mean, you can tell. I mean, I think when you listen to her clearly, she said like the end goal was to come to the U.S., but
Right.
she had to take a flyover in the U.K. But the end goal was to come to the U.S. So clearly, you can tell she did a lot of research, how much they were making over there compared to the U.K. So
Right.
she had a goal, a plan in place. I mean, you can tell from that. And then like I think in response to Jude, where he was saying
Yeah.
that,
Do you think Judah is trying to, you know, super victimize himself so he can get the FBA welfare check, like FBA, like the reparation check that's coming?
I mean, Afrodamus, the thing is like, if you met me the first time when I came, you
Yeah.
could tell I was a newcomer. So it's not there's nothing wrong. If anything at all, you should be happy for her, right? She just
Right. No, I'm
she's been
very
here for
happy for her.
yeah,
Absolutely.
she just been here for 3 months, so you can tell like, oh, she's probably learning and slowly, right?
Right.
I mean, for you to come within 3 months and make such an amount of money, that's remarkable, right? Because
I know. I
if you
know.
if you check the census, middle class working families like two household income, they should make from 50K to 150K, right? This is all Americans.
Judah said 90K is not much.
Really, Judah? Man,
Yeah, didn't you hear him?
even working class household do not even make close to 50K.
But
That's household.
do you think he just have had it with you Ghanaians making all this money in America? Do you think he's upset?
I mean, he did say like the way they kind of carried himself. I mean, see, the way she was talking. I mean, people like Judy, I mean, gonna find it very offensive. But someone
Why?
probably,
But why though?
but I'm saying like someone probably sitting in Gambia or someone sitting in Ghana is gonna find. Oh man, you can make this kind of money with your nursing degree. I gotta make
Yeah,
something up. I mean, I gotta start working on something. I gotta, try to go to the embassy. This is just it's a motivational video for a lot of people who are
exactly. That's
probably
my whole point. Like Jeffrey saying he want to come make money is motivational for him to know he can. Why not? Everyone comes to Africa to make money. You can come make the money here too. Come on through.
exactly right. So I don't know, like his comparison, like 90K. What you mean 90K, man? It's still some money, right? I mean,
Right.
come on, you say like, oh, if nurses, I mean,
Zongo,
they
you know why some people are mad? Because this woman can make it
cl-
90K. There's some people who are born and raised and work their whole life. they've, ne- they've never, they've never, they've never made it past 50K a year. So, so, so,
and
so,
and they
so
probably
now here she is talking about, and they see in the car. I see why people they get robbed off the wrong way.
exactly,
But whose fault is that? She didn't stop anyone from getting what they want to get.
and they probably been here for a long time, and they still
Oh,
don't even
born
make.
here.
They don't make. So it kind of makes sense, and it definitely got because. I mean, clearly, that's what it seems like, right? That's the impression that I'm getting from Jude or Nat Turner, right? Because if you
Oh,
make close,
what? Now Turner was complaining too.
he was like they're eating off their like the American table. I'm like,
What American table? She's a nurse. If Nat Turner goes to the hospital, Nat Turner, that's when you would appreciate her service. She's not.
exactly right.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like why they. I think I mean it's just kind of like a little like jealousy or something like that. Because for me, if anything at all, I'm happy that she came within a short span of time. She's making that kind of money. I'm like, oh wow, it means
But Zongo,
she
is there a difference between Africans like her? Because I said, the Ghanaians are taking advantage of it. Africans, because the blacks go to Africa. They travel from Ghana, Gambia, Tanzania, Kenya. I say I'm happy for them. So Africans that have skills should come and do that too. Go to UK, Canada, America, and make that money.
Exactly, you have to make that money. I mean, see, Afrodamus, I wouldn't lie to you. If I was in Ghana, probably not exposed, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, there's someone like black, just coming, acting as if the moral authority to tell you what to do or not to do. But then when you
yeah,
become exposed to, all kind of like things and, other countries and how, things kind of really place around the world, you stand toe to toe with them. You don't even listen to them. Like, get out of here, man. I'm not listening to you. You know, Eh,
yeah. Because Zongo, think about it. Look at you getting paid from home. Do you think your friends over there in Ghana are they sitting? Are they getting paid from home right now?
it's not even possible for Damas, man. If not, I don't think they even know something about that until they probably travel. So you got to be exposed. It's not even possible. I never thought about it when I was in Ghana. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. I would have probably even argue if someone even proposed that to me when I was in Ghana. I would probably
Or
probably
to like work from home?
yes, I would probably argue like it's not possible. Are you crazy? You got to go to the office. You got to be hardworking. You got to be productive. How can you be productive working from home? It's just the lack of information. You just got to travel, and then become exposed. And I mean, Judah, like like the nurses, right? There are different kind of nurses. You have like CNA, LPN, and RN, right? Does Judy have knowledge about that? Because he's just thinking like a lot of them make way low below 50K. If you are a CNA, it kind of make. Can you hear me, Afrodamus?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I had to. I took a phone call, but it's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm still operating a business
Yeah, no,
while.
that's understandable. No, that's understandable. If
Yeah.
the chat if the chat could hear what I was saying,
Oh
that's
yeah,
like
they can hear you. They can
oh
hear
they
you.
they could hear. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I mean the CNA, LPN, and RN, right? And then if you want to get your bachelor's or master's, you can become a nursing practitioner or something like that. That's the term, if I'm mistaken, right? So
And Zongo, you've been in America how long?
three and a half years now.
3.5 years. Look at that. And already, Zongo, I'm guessing you've gone past 50K already.
Come on, man, after that one, man, stop
Look
it.
at that. So, so I can see how people are showing you love, Zongo.
Hey, Zongo, I came on the chat because of you, man. You say I don't know the difference between CNA, LPN, and RN, man. What the hell you talking about?
Judah,
Come on,
you
man.
see how you're supposed to be the co-host, but you said no interruption, but you're
Yeah,
interrupting
yeah, but at
Zongo.
least, man. I mean, Zo, come on, man. I mean, it's
So
certified nursing
hold on,
assistance.
hold on.
You don't have to go to college for that. Come on,
Yeah,
man. LPN is a 9 months program. So RN is like, it's a
Judah,
bachelor's
we
degree
already
in
know.
nursing.
Judah,
So
we
what the
already.
heck is he saying that I don't know the difference? Like, come on, man. That's just too low for low IQ, man. Can't be saying
Okay,
that. I'm
it's my
out,
turn.
man. Thank you, Afrodamus.
Can I speak now? It's my turn. I mean, come on,
go
Judah.
ahead.
Hey, don't talk for too long.
Go ahead, Zongo.
I mean, a lot of people are saying in the chat that they probably think I've been here way longer than 3.5 years. I mean, after that was a
No,
lot of people.
see, you know why they are saying that, Zongo?
uh,
Because it helps them digest it better. That how can this dude come here
No,
in
Afrodamus, they
uh,
are saying that because
so I had to put Judah in the back because
yeah,
somehow he would
he's
not let the host even talk. You see?
and he's the
So
he's the he's the co-host, so he should be
yeah, he's
respected,
the
right?
co-host, but he's not gonna let me talk. You see? So so basically, where was I? Where was I before I was
I was saying that
interrupted?
a lot of people think that I've been here way longer than three and a
Yeah,
half
yeah.
years.
Because the thing is, so they because what you're talking about debunks their idea of, the narrative they've been spewing, saying, oh, it's hard, you can make it here, blah, blah, blah. So this lady, 3 months, she's already making this much. You've been here 3 years, you're making this much. So what could their excuse be? First, they used to say racism, skin color. So they have no excuse by looking at someone like you. There's no excuse there. So that's why they have to minimize it or pretend that you've been here for 1,000 years. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it makes them feel good.
Yeah, a lot of people
That the only way you can make that much, you would have to have been here for so long.
This ain't my accent. I mean, I guess the last time I told you I used to sell sandwich on campus, right? So you deal with a lot of, you can't be having strong accent selling sandwich to Americans, right?
Right.
You want to learn the way so they can understand and listen to you most of the time. So that's
the thing is, you use you use your brain, you studied your environment. That's what it's all about, you know.
Yeah, when I meet my Ghanaians and we speak pidgin and we relax, and that's fairly understandable.
Exactly. So let's bring in. Oh, go ahead, finish up. Then we'll bring Rasmus.
I mean, I think what I'm saying is that instead of just exposing your jealousy towards her, you should be happy that she was able to transition smoothly, got a job, even got the permanent residence within 1 week. Because a lot of people don't want to come over here and experience all this kind of hardship. Like Judah wanted to say, there are a lot of struggling immigrants over here. Would you want to be part of their shoes, or you want to be part of the shoes of this lady?
Exactly. We want to hear how, those, we want to hear ambitious and successful stories.
So, in other words,
we've talked about a lot of the losers. Now let's talk about, those who are making it.
In other words, if you come with your skills and you are way qualified, I mean, at least there's opportunity for you if you.
Of course, Judah. See, Zongo, look at you. I'm surprised, Zongo. You have so many haters in the chat here. Mrs. H is one of your haters too. She's calling you a fake Muslim, a dusty. Let me bring in Rasmus too. Rasmus, welcome to the Afrodamus report.
Greeting to you, Afrodamus, and all the panelists. How you guys doing? Hey, Afrodamus, follow me. Can you fill me up on what's going on?
So
give me a breakdown of what's going on.
So showing out like that. So you know how the blacks, they travel to Ghana, Gambia, all these places. They always complain about how difficult it is. So I played inspirational video to show the opposite when Africans travel to the West. So this woman, she used to live in the UK. Now she
the money is big, like
exactly. She's making, she's making 90K already. So that's
that's good money.
So some of the FBAs are crying, and some of the wannabe FBAs are already also mad. So I want to hear your take. Why do people come here?
Afrodamus, as an immigrant myself, from one of the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, when we see black people in America complain, we are excited, we are cheerful. Now we cheer like we are full of joy, because we know that when we come to America, we work with our head. We don't work with our emotions. We don't care what people think about us. We come here to make money. We don't care if they call us like the N-word. We don't care about none of that stuff. Like money talks and BS walk away. That's our mindset. Let me give you a quick story about my sister. My sister came to America 2 years ago, along with her husband and their two kids, and now they're on their own house. Like they bought their own house. They're not paying any mortgage. They're just only paying their bills. They're able to do that within 2 years. Within 2 years, that's amazing. That's an amazing accomplishment.
Are they nurses?
Well, my sister, like she's studying nurse right now, and then I think she's an assistant nurse, like to some doctors. She's not working in a hospital. She's working in the clinic, but her husband is an engineer. But they doing well.
Like Zongo here.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of engineering he does, but that's what he does.
So Rasmus, do you see some of the jealousy that people that come and talk crap about Africans online, saying this status? Do you think this is the reason why they are like jealous of Africans and other black immigrants? Is it jealousy?
You see, Afrodamus, I have experienced this because I have kids. I have kids with an FBA woman, so-called FBA woman, because she don't call herself FBA woman. I noticed that these people, they have a individual mindset. They don't work as a unit. I see that even with my baby mama. You know, in her family, everybody is for themselves. They don't work as a unit. You know.
So you think that's why it's easy to blame,
exactly
failure on racism?
That's right. Exactly. Let me give you a quick example. You know, there's a lot of illegal Haitians in America. What these people do, these people like rent a house, like 4 or 5 of them. They will stay in the house. They will make money, and then they will share that money. They will share that wealth, whatever minimum, the minimum that they're working for. They will gather that money up, and then they will open their own business. And then after that, they will go to immigration, get their papers so that they can be legal in this country. That's how we do it. You know,
man. Rasmus, they are giving you an L for having an FBA baby mama.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I can't complain. I don't talk bad about her.
Yeah, you were trying to reform her, but she didn't want to listen.
She didn't want to be reformed, and now she's asking me like to come back. That's something I have to think about. But yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna beg you to be with me. It's either you want to be with me or you follow my rules, or if you don't follow my authority, then you can go about your own way and be a strong, independent black woman. That's what she wanted to be, and now she's facing the consequences. Now she knows how hard it is to be a single mother of 2 kids, and now she's asking me to come back. And I said that's something I have to think about, because I'm not gonna rush back towards that madness ever again.
Wow.
But there's no bad intention. I don't hate her. It is what it is. As long as I take care of my kids, but that's what it is. But let me go on and further to say this. They just gotta work together, man. If you live in a country and majority of the people don't look like you, things like that I expect it to be. But if they allow you to make your own money, to be wealthy, what are you complaining about?
Yeah, I know,
what are you complaining about, man? I've been in this country for 18 years. I've never faced any type of racism, and I don't care what people think about me. As long you allow me to make my money, that's what I care about. But if you're threatening me from getting to my bread, then we have a problem. I don't care what race you are, and that's what it's always been with me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm working on my career field. I do plumbing. I'm not really working on that, but I do plumbing on the side.
That's good.
But I'm still making my money.
Yeah.
So the fact that people are when they go to Africa and telling other African do not come to America because America is dangerous, like
It's racist.
it's racist. Like think twice before you say that to someone, because I got family in Haiti calling me back and forth, asking me for money, because right now Haiti is very dangerous.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, like they just burned like the house I grew up in Haiti. They burned my grandmother's house. My sister sent me the videos and stuff like that. Like they were killing a bunch of people in my neighborhood. And I saw these videos. You know, I got one of my cousins. He's bugging me out, asking me, "Oh, can you send me money because I need to go. I need to go outside of the capital." And I told him, "Listen, man, I hear your plight, but man, listen, I just sent money to four of your siblings. So I don't have money like to spare like that because I got kids to take care of. But black people in America have never experienced that. They never experienced in living in poverty. They never experienced living under $2 a day. When I was in Haiti, I experienced all this stuff, living under $2 a day. And then you have experts that say, like, how can these people live under $2 a day? But they do it.
Exactly.
But now the situation in Haiti is in dire needs.
So think about if you live on the $2 a day and now you have the opportunity to make $90K.
Oh man, it's a blessing, man.
Afrodamus,
It's a blessing.
let me chime in a little bit. Afrodamus, Rasmus, I don't mean to interject.
Yeah,
When I
go
came
ahead, brother. Go ahead, man.
when I came back and I was doing my national service. Afrodamus, I don't know in Gambia if you guys do national service, but I think in Nigeria too they do national service to serve the nation for a year before you can, be part of the workforce.
No,
Um,
I've never worked.
oh, okay. I'm just asking if you understand the
Yeah.
system in Gambia.
Yeah, I do. Some people, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so in 2018, guess how much I was getting paid, just to work for a month for the state.
$5,
No, it was for a month was like
50.
$50. So Jeffrey wasn't lying that $45 was just a coffee. He wasn't lying about what he said. I was being paid that money for a month. So I was staying with my relative.
So you were broke, huh?
Oh yeah, I
Were you able to afford fufu though?
I mean, because at a local level, you can be able to afford something, right? Because
You're right.
but at American standard wise, going to the places where these guys are going to have like the cantonment and the airport hills, that was beyond my level. I wasn't going to those kind of places though.
So you don't even look in their direction when you walk past it.
Not at all. Not at all. I just watch them. Oh, these are rich people. I just pass by and just go on my way. I like the other panelists.
Yeah, let me read this record. American First Rifleman, thank you for the super chat. He said, Bantus will save Africa. Thank you for the super chat. Let's bring in, okay, who do we have? We have St. James in line. St. James, welcome to the Afrodamus report.
Hello, my brother.
Hello, St. James. St. James, what do you make of the cultural travel exchange here?
Man, the cultural travel exchange between what, AA and Africans?
Well, there are people that travel to African country to try to help build. Like they would tell Africans, stay in Africa, no need to come because it's racist. So I showed the video here, African women, they are traveling, coming to USA. They love it. They are making it, making so much money. So are they immune to racism? Like, what is the issue here? Are these blacks deceiving Africans about this gold mine in America?
Absolutely. If you see most of the blacks from the West who come to Africa, right?
Right.
Whenever they hit the fence in Africa, where do they go to? Where do
Who,
they go back to?
America.
Okay, then. So that means there is still something in Africa that's worth exploring for the Africans.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So
so
what
if
would you say like to some the blacks or who would say, oh, why these Africans are fleeing their country? Why can't they just make the 90K in their country? What would you say
well,
to people like, isn't the world about selling your skills to the highest bidder?
Afrodamus, I came back to my country 5 months ago, and I'm making money in Africa from the United States.
That's how you do it.
So, so if I didn't come to the state, would I have been able to do it?
No,
Okay, then. So this is another route for the Africans to explore. I told you we are explorer, like you said in your video, right?
that's right. God bless the internet.
So if you don't travel, we won't know. So
they,
I'm
they
here living my best life.
they made a
So what
mistake and brought electricity and internet to my hut over there.
what what a mistake. What a mistake for the Africans. I mean, it's like this, man. Most of the YouTubers that you see right now, like I'm like, are you kidding me? You come to Africa, you are enjoying your dollars, your money stretches in Africa, and you tell them the nationals don't come to the state. Come on, man. So you just want to be top dogs in the neighborhood, right? You don't want nobody else to compete with you. That's the way I look at it. It's like it's crazy if you and then these people they're not even going to stay in Africa like that. 3 months, 6 months, they will run back to the state and get their money and come back. So
So
that's
I
the
think
model for everybody.
I think they should teach the Africans that, don't they?
They don't. I mean, it's like that's the way it's supposed to be, right? If you have some skills, you should set up shops and teach these Africans, like you said. So even their model, like being on the internet, who are they targeting? Americans and people from the UK, and they're still getting money from all these people who are in the UK. No Africans will drop money on the chat like that. No Africans. They don't have
Right.
that kind of money. Most of them don't have that kind of money. So you are still targeting your audience who live in America or the UK, and you telling people that America is burned. Come on, man. Yeah, are you serious, man?
Yeah, like Bantu Queen said here. Oprah and Michelle Obama still cry about how hard life is. What chances
I,
do the plebs
I,
have? That this is
I
true.
forgot.
This
I
is
was mad
true.
at I was mad I missed the live show, man. I had a lot to say on that show,
Oh,
man.
really? I mean, what did you can it's similar thing. You can say it. Go ahead.
I mean, I kind of lost my chain of thought a little bit, but I was like, man, listen. Was he about the passport guys and shit?
It was Austin. It's like
Yeah,
they said it's a debate between him and Jeffrey, because Jeffrey
right.
is talking about, you know, um,
Mm-hmm,
he, like America, that's where the opportunity is, and
mm-hmm,
he encourages every Ghanaian who
mm.
can make it there to go.
Absolutely, Jeffrey was right,
So
man.
the American is saying no, is you guys stay here and build here, you know.
Uh-huh.
So it's like a American fantasy
Yeah.
versus reality.
So my question is, did he make his money in America before traveling to Africa?
Yes, he made his money in
Okay,
America,
okay,
and the Africans see this.
okay, okay. And he's still enjoying his money. Uh, you know, some of these people they get like what how you call it, super chat, right? Super
Right.
chat and all kind of money, so
Yeah,
they can
guys.
enjoy that life.
Speaking of super chat, please hit the
Yeah,
super chat. Go ahead,
please hit the
Cynthia.
super chat. So
Yeah.
these people are makeup. Listen, I want people right who got like if you have a business, let's say you have a let's say you if you maybe you have a business or a job. I don't know. I don't care. Take a 1 month vacation and come to Africa and see how fast your money is gonna run out. You know,
Yeah.
if you don't, Africa is not a joke, man. It's for the selective few.
Yeah.
People coming from the West thinking this is gonna be easy. It's not easy. So these guys, they still get money from their base. That's why they talk the way they talk. You know, If you come to Africa and you go broke for a month, you will know for damn sure that you need America. You need America to get that cash.
Right.
So it's not easy. So I
Because
mean, I was
you
watching the show. It was debating the guy that Africa completely needs.
oh
I'm
man,
like, dude.
your audio is
Oh,
scratchy.
okay. Are you getting it now?
I can hear you, but it's scratchy.
Damn, I thought
Oh,
something
okay.
was wrong. I thought something was wrong with my headphone.
Are you good now? Are you good now?
Yes,
Are we
yes,
good?
you're good. Yeah.
Okay. So I was just saying that I don't traveling from
They're,
country to country, right?
St.
And you
James,
still not able to settle.
they're saying ECOWAS is interrupting your audio.
I believe so. I believe so. I believe. I believe so. I mean,
ECOWAS is like, wait, St. James is telling on us again. Let's mess.
yes, man. I believe so, man. I feel like they've been listening to me, man. You know. So like all these people who are talking about Africa, right? So do you have their addresses? Like this is where I live. This is how I make my money. And no,
Yo,
no.
his mic is
Traveling
gone
to
crazy. His line's gone
Oh,
crazy.
ECOWAS, leave
let me.
St. James's audio alone.
Oh man, listen, I got the Obama phone over here, man. I don't know.
Yeah, can say something.
I got the Obama phone over here, man.
Oh yeah, man. It's definitely doing its job.
Okay, am I clear now? Am I good?
No,
It's not.
no, it's not.
Oh God.
It
My bad.
sounded clear
Okay,
there for a second.
okay, am I good now?
No, maybe go out and come back.
Okay, sure, I will do that. Thank you.
All right, let's bring in Zulia.
Okay, so sir, listen. I personally feel that a lot of these African spaces here just use this as an opportunity to look down on diasporans in these Western countries. Now, I ask,
Really?
I truly believe that. I truly believe
How
that.
so?
Always comparing the African work ethic compared to African Americans, or how lazy
But
they
but
are.
but don't you see videos of people that are going to Africa? For years we've been seeing these discussions, people showing the comparison, talking, because Africans, we could say they're talking down on African. So it's best to compare it, so we give our African audience, our Africans, the motivation to show them that no, it is not just one-sided. When people say these people come talking about racism, all this stuff, it doesn't affect you. Africans, we are experts. We want to make money. So that's what the show is about. It's not about putting you guys down.
Well, unfortunately, if you say experts at making money, why is the homeland so damn poor? That's a very fair question to ask.
What makes you think not everyone is poor, sir?
Well, unfortunately, based on the numbers of the global numbers that are available by the IMF,
fine. But what I'm
the
saying
IMF
is,
and the global bank, it
the,
is the place of the least money,
but
the lowest
but
quality of
don't you
life.
think? Wait, don't you think? Okay, you saying reading this to me. Don't you think you should be encouraging Africans to come to where the money is so they can get the money?
Well, unfortunately, I'll be honest with you. The answer is no, and the only reason why they open the borders to let so many people come into these Western countries.
You're not answering my question.
Yeah.
You just read me saying it's poor. The people. So why don't you encourage the people with the skills, like this woman who?
No, you want to know why? Because
why?
No, I don't, and I could give you a very good reason why I don't.
So you just want them to remain poor?
No, I want them to go and build up their country and the continent without outside help. That's what I want to
do. So how can you build without any money? How can you build?
Ask the Chinese, ask the Europeans, ask
the Europeans came to Africa, for free resources. We're seeing what's happening in Niger. Why can't an African come to the UK, America, and make money?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, fine. But the point is, they're not going to be making a lot of money. The majority.
No, they are.
No, they're not,
sir,
because they're the poorest. Sir. They're the poorest groups in both the United States and the UK.
That's not true. That's not, sir. I live in the US, sir. I've been living here for years.
Okay,
I'm an African that came here.
But median family household wealth is on average for sub-Saharan Africans is
Okay.
lower than any
All
other
right,
group in the
but
United
okay,
States.
but
This
what
is a
I'm
fact
saying,
from
what I'm saying.
2022
Okay,
numbers.
wait. What does that have to do with this woman who left the UK and came here making a lot more money? Why are we talking about the ones who don't have money? Why can't we talk about this woman who left the UK because the opportunities are here in America? What issue do you have with that?
That I have no problems with that because she's moving from one Western country to the other and she's going for more money. That's fine. But if she starts going around calling African Americans Akata because they don't earn as much money as her,
Who's calling them Akata? What is even Akata, sir? Zulia, hold on, Zulia. What is Akata?
A wild animal, wild dog, or some other
What
Yoruba
language
word.
is that? What language is that?
That is a Yoruba word. Yes.
So every African is a Yoruba and they're from Nigeria?
No, but my point is that
this is an internet word. Zulia, let me ask you, your origin, what country are you? Is your parent? What country are you from?
My parents are, one is from the Caribbean, one is from Kenya, actually.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys are tethers. You're a tether. So your parents left their homeland for better opportunity, and you were born there.
I was born in the UK, yes.
In the UK. Okay. So why would you have any issue with somebody else who wants to come and explore and make money? Why would you have issue with that? If you truly believe this,
okay,
why don't you move? You should move to the original country of your parents.
And I very much intend to do so. But the point remains is that people in these countries, so long after the decolonization process, should be looking to build up instead of coming to these societies as low-skilled workers. The majority do not go back. The majority come here to be the bottom rung of this society, and they shit on people who are African Americans. This is something I do like.
She makes 90K. She's a high paying. She's making lots of money.
I earned more last year in pounds. I'm not bragging, but I did.
Okay. So again, if you make more in pounds, more power to you, right? Yeah. But here you are. You came in. You're saying they Africans talk down on
absolutely in his life.
First of all, here's the thing. I think from what I'm sensing from you is you don't like that Africans are making it. You want to compare yourself. Something touched you, right? Even though your parents are Africans, one parent from Africa, they're all Africans, basically, origin. But yet you are coming here,
absolutely,
trying to downgrade this woman's achievement.
It's not a downgrade. She should be looking after her own people. She was trained in Ghana
Afrodamus.
Yeah,
and she decided.
Let this guy you see now. This guy, you see. Let me say half truth is Caribbean. Let me just say it like that. Or it's Kenya. If this guy is Caribbean, I would like to know which country are you from in Caribbean?
Not Jamaica, not Haiti.
Just tell him. Talk to him. I'm taking this.
I don't need to disclose the information, but I can say it's one of.
This guy sound more like Somalian or Ethiopian.
No, I'm actually not. This is
and
you can't tell me what I am.
Hold on. Let's do you a Caribbean, right? You see, in way back, we know how some of you operate with Africans. In that UK, you say you are there. Maybe your care side of family, they accept you, or your mom is telling you long time bad about Africans. Because it's also easy also for Caribbeans also to also hit on the Africans just the way the Black Americans are also doing also. Let me tell you this, my brother. You are just you are like an ant compared to Africans. You understand me?
Okay. Listen. Okay. Personal insults. Say whatever you want, but I just told you could tell me about the Nigerian visa scam. Are you part of the Nigerian visa scam?
Hold on. Nigerians are
in the UK.
Nigerians are doing more better than you in UK.
No,
You don't
no,
get.
no, 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 you're
Nigerians
not.
are
The
far more
average
doing better
African
than you
still,
in
the
UK.
average African, let me finish. The average African in
Forget
2021
about
is
average
40.
Africa. I'm telling you about Nigerians now. Forget about average
Yeah,
Africans.
because
I'm telling you
because
about Nigerian. I tell you about Nigeria and UK. They're far more, way far more
no,
doing better than
actually
you.
no,
There.
not really.
Stop
No,
lying.
that's delusion.
Stop
No, I'm
lying.
not lying. I'm not lying.
Nigeria far more doing better than you
There's
there.
so many Nigerians who are in poverty. Ghanaians are probably the more successful
You
Africans.
see,
I know that. It's Ghanaians, not
so
Nigerians.
when you come here, you want to shit on Africans. We
I'm
know
not shitting
you.
on African. I'm saying
We
how
know
many
you.
thousands more years do you need to be in the
You
continent before it
forget
becomes
that
competitive?
there are a lot of Nigerians being born in UK doing better than you. Even the immigrant Nigerians that just came in also far more doing better
No,
than you.
if they come as doctors and work in the NHS, of course they're going to do better at school.
So neither
It's a
your mom,
selective
I
immigrant
hardly
route.
believe you're from Caribbean. Neither your mom, I be
You're not
maybe
even answering my points that
your mom
I
is
said
not with
to
your
you.
dad.
Hold
Your
on,
mom
hold
is
on,
not with
hold
your
on,
dad.
hold on. Zulia. You actually came and proved my point. It seems like most, not all, but most second generation black immigrants in the UK, someone even is saying it, seem to have this victimhood and low expectation
It's not.
mindset.
No, I'm
It is
very
the truth
successful.
because look at how,
I'm
hold
wealthy.
on. Let me finish. Look at how you came here. You're triggered, and you ignored. Trying to say, oh, the Africans are taking low paying job, which is in fact
That's true.
again. All right,
It's true.
all right. If there's Africans taking low paying job, we are talking about people right now. We're showing fact proof who are making it.
Okay.
Why don't you focus on that? People that are people. We're talking about this topic here. This woman is saying she. Hold on. For example, I'll give you an example. We have Zongo here in the Zongo. He's only been in the States like 3 years.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And he is receiving salary higher than average.
Okay.
And he's only been here 3 years because his skills, his knowledge, his education, is what's giving him that. And most of you would find lots of Africans here like Zongo.
Okay. Why?
Even if they are not in the same field, but they are here. So I don't know what type of Africans you are talking about.
Yeah, well, again, you're from the United States. This is where it's quite difficult for Africans to roll into the United States because it's very hard barrier to entry. So they're not going to let
That's not true. That is not true, sir. There's plenty of Africans here.
You know what? You're right. Africans do.
There's plenty. There's plenty here, sir. I live here.
Everywhere they go, Africans do
If your
so
dad
well.
still married to
Earn
your
so
mom,
much money.
Can I just drop a statement? Can I just
go
drop
ahead.
a statement and let people run with it?
St. James is in the States too. It was, he's in back visiting, but he came here just like me. Go ahead, drop it.
To my man, what is his name? Zula or Zulia?
Yes,
Zulia.
that's me. Yes.
My man Zula.
Yes.
Do you acknowledge that the Caribbean have been in America way before Africans, like continental Africans?
I wouldn't say way before. No, I wouldn't.
Okay. Do you agree that we close the gap between us, the two group Africans close the gap in the United States between you guys, the two of us?
In the UK.
I wouldn't say there's it's been closed. The gap is still Caribbean.
We surpassed you, sir. Listen. The race right now is between Black American and Africans.
Yeah.
Caribbeans, we surpassed you on every level. I just want to make it clear to you. Check the stats.
Wait, so who surpassed who again? Remind me who surpassed who?
Africans in America.
That is totally wrong. If you look at the 2022 numbers, wait, no, it's not. Sub-Saharan Africans earn less on average and have lower median income than in the United States and in the UK. This is a fact. And this is despite the fact.
I'm just giving you a statement.
Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that actually? Because even recently, I met one of like the Vietnamese friend of mine. Actually, he was born and raised here, but his origin is from Vietnam, right? And he was trying to guilt shame me that a lot of the black immigrants from Africa make better than the blacks from here. I mean, he's actually was born and raised here, and he's trying to paint the same narrative that has been painted here for a longer time. So I don't think
But if you came as doctors and engineers, of course you're going to earn money than the
No,
average
no,
person born in
no,
that
sir.
country.
Not everyone comes as doctor or engineer.
But in the UK, the Nigerians who do better than other Africans are
Look,
mainly
again,
because
look, here's the thing. We don't care about excuses. We care about results.
it's not excuse.
So,
I'm one of the highest educated. I don't want to brag about it, right? I'm not going to brag, and I don't need to brag. But I'm telling you,
so you're very educated.
very much so. Very
Okay.
much so.
What are you, what are you, what are you educated
I only
in?
studied in the Golden Triangle.
Why are you complaining? You're still being
Afrodamus.
Yeah.
Afrodamus.
complaining
Being in
because
America, right?
everyone-
Most guys from the Caribbeans, right, when they come to the States,
Right.
they are less likely to continue school and graduate at a higher rate than Africans. I have been around a lot of Caribbeans. They
why
love to
earn
do.
less?
Listen, let me finish. They love to go to truckings, which is good jobs. They like these blue collar jobs. They don't go. Listen, when I was going to school, even I had a friend. My best friend is from Jamaica. I know these households. I know what they talk about. I know the ladies what they talk about. I know when they talk about Africans, this is always what they say. Africans, when they come to America, they stick to going to school, they get higher degrees, and they perform better. These are the Caribbeans talking about Africans. I know that, Zulia. I live here.
So I asked the question: why is the hourly wage lower and so low for Africans in the United States?
It's the same wage for everybody across
It's for
the board. There's no-
everybody that comes. What are you, Zulia? Are you trying to say there's like a special, rate for Africans and then rate for
because
everyone
I'm
else?
saying for all this education and high achievement, which by the way is because Chinese and Indians are always way ahead of Africans.
Hold on. But
Always,
Zulia,
yeah?
Zulia,
So don't
Zulia,
think about
Zulia,
education, because
Zulia.
I'm highly educated in the UK, and you best believe compared to Chinese and
Okay.
Indians, Africa, even your beloved.
Okay, Zulia. Let me say this. Hold on, Zulia. Why are you talking about Chinese and other people? We're talking about Africans here. Why are you talking about Chinese and everybody else? We are talking about African. So I ask you a simple question. Is there, a special low rate for Africans in the UK? Oh, there, something happened. Let's bring Zoe Morris. Zulia, call back again. Zoe Morris, welcome to the Afrodamus report.
What's going on with you, big dog?
Not a whole lot. Go ahead. What do you want to add on to this?
Well, I've been listening in to some of the conversation has been had. I was gonna ask you if I know you're familiar with Michael Jackson. I don't know if he was familiar with his family or any part of his life story.
You're talking about Michael Jackson from Jackson 5, LaToya, Janet, all of that?
Yeah.
I'm very familiar.
I was bringing that up. Oh yeah. I was bringing that up because I heard you. I heard some of the people, and I see some of the people in the chat talking about our relationship with America in regards to Africans or whatever the case may be. I heard you say a thing where you have certain people that are in a certain state of mind that are talking about being in Africa and not dealing with America in this place and this different things. Talking about two totally different perspectives and two totally different things. But I brought up Michael Jackson because I don't know if you know how. I don't know if you're familiar with how Michael Jackson felt about his father, about Mr. Joe Jackson.
Yeah, I've seen stories.
So Joe Jackson, he had outside kids. He had another daughter, and his daughter expressed, that she never had the situation with Joe Jackson that his kids from Catherine that they had. So she couldn't relate. So I'm asking you, let's just say for instance, me and you are half brothers. And you grew up with your father, and your father was extremely abusive, right? You know, you went through all type of trauma. You got beat down every day. You might have got molested. A host of things happened to you during your childhood, during your upbringing, during the foundation of you as a man that affected you into your adulthood. And say we had the same father, but by the time the father raised me, he was a different type of person. So I never experienced that with him. You know, so that never happened to me. So if I come to you and I say to you, well, you full of shit, you know, or I minimize what our father might have did to you, or make it seem like, or say that, well, I could take a certain attitude towards what our father did to you. Does that minimize your feelings as an adult? Would you say that my experience nullifies your experience of what might have happened to you as a child? If we,
Okay.
you know, dealing with the same.
So you're talking about individual experience, right?
Yeah, like my
Okay.
my.
So for example, if you come and tell me your experience, right? I'll listen, right? I'll listen to your experience. There's one thing to listen, but there's another thing if you want me to feel the way you feel. You know, it's not gonna be the same because that's not been my experience. We are two completely different people. So our feelings are not going to be the same. So
exactly.
So
100%.
what is the point?
So my point is that just because going back to Mr. Joe Jackson and Michael Jackson and his half siblings, what the half siblings said about her father and how she was treated, that does not disqualify what happened to Michael Jackson, and that doesn't disqualify what he might have went through in his adulthood as, you know, as not being fact. So I'm saying that if we have two different relationships with this country, would Africans or whoever comes here and is able to be successful, that don't have nothing to do with our relationship with America. I mean, that your relationship with America and the recent people that come here, that doesn't have anything to do with our relationship. You see what I'm saying? So saying your successes or whatever you got going on, because
Well,
that
you
don't have nothing to do with
should.
what we got going on.
Well, you should tell that to the people that run around, saying to everybody, saying just because you have black skin color, like the blacks in America, the blacks should stop trying to force feed and say just because you feel a certain way, every person have to feel that way about America. That's the whole point of the conversation. It's like if you say your daddy Joe Jackson, you hate him, he's beating you, blah blah blah. Another sibling never experienced that. How can you be mad at them if they, you know, because if you hate Joe Jackson and this person doesn't, their relationship with Joe Jackson is different. So you have an issue with that. Don't you? Do you think it's fair to impose that on somebody?
I don't necessarily believe that.
So do you see like
Now,
white people? It's like white people. It's white people, the black people's daddy. It's interesting you gave that analogy.
No,
Are the blacks? Are the white people? White people? Is white people the black people's daddy? You guys is daddies?
No. I'm saying anybody that comes to live up under a situation.
It's just, but what I'm saying.
Let me finish. Let me finish one thing. I'm saying if you're coming here for economics, you're coming here to a white majority country to take part and put your mouth in the kitchen of another man, then that becomes your daddy, correct?
No, if they are feeding you, but if it's a mute, so the white people that come to Africa, you know, that work there in the companies that, you know, they come there for work, right? Other people come there for work. Are we feeding them? Are we their daddy?
What companies exactly are you talking about being contracted out, or are you talking about somebody having to come somewhere?
They work in there. The money is being made from there.
No. I'm saying if I'm coming from an impoverished country, if I'm coming from a place where there's no opportunity, and I come somewhere because where I'm at is limited opportunity, and I come somewhere and I'm putting my mouth in the kitchen of another man. When
No,
is that
what,
is that a form of
hold,
dictatorship?
hold on. If you come from an impoverished country, you move to a country and somebody else is taking care of you. You're under the government welfare system, they're taking care of you. Sure, the government is your daddy, right? But
Yeah,
America
exactly. Yeah.
is a capitalist system. It's a capitalist system. You know, you come, you know, there are skills that are required, services that are required, and people and
Exactly.
companies are willing to pay for it. You see what I'm saying? So if you
Yeah.
come, you have those skills and you get paid for it, nobody is your daddy. But if you are begging,
Well, I mean,
hold on,
we can agree to disagree.
hold on. If you're begging though, if you're begging another man for jobs, you're begging them to give you free this, free that, then that person is your daddy psychologically and physically because
Okay.
because you are
So
asking
say for
them,
instance, can I
you're
say this
asking
right
them,
here?
you're asking them
Say for
for your
instance,
freedom. You're not really providing a service or a skill, you know, like saying, hey,
okay.
if you look, you don't like what I'm asking for, I can move and go elsewhere to somebody else. I don't have to beg you, you know, I have what you want, you know, it's an exchange, right? So there's no daddy in there. But if you gotta ask,
Interesting.
if you gotta beg,
So say for
hold on,
Tony,
if you
can I
gotta
ask you a
beg the
question?
person, if you gotta beg and have them do, you know, changes to do quarters to say because of my history, now you've become someone else's child. Does that make sense?
No, I agree with that. I agree with
Okay,
that. But
all right.
what I'm saying is this: say somebody says, "Well, listen, your visa is expiring. You know, you're gonna have about 3 days to go back to your country." And I'm, standing on the corner crying, snotting, big crocodile tears. I'm not. Oh well, let me go back to my country. I've been here
That
18
doesn't
years.
that
I don't
doesn't
like. Hold on,
happen,
let me
sir.
finish.
So
Let me
that's not
let me
even,
no, let me finish.
no, give me a
Let me finish, sir.
realistic. Okay, give me something
That
what is
happened,
real.
sir. When Donald Trump, listen, when Donald Trump told the Liberians and who it was no most of this Liberians. Okay, listen, you're gonna have to go back to your country. A lot of the visas you had from the Civil War, those are expiring. Now you have to go back to your country. I see it with my own eyes,
You
not
mean
crying.
you mean the
Crocodile tears.
asylum?
It wasn't the thing.
Zomors,
Listen, sir.
Zomors, the way immigration works, right? They're not just gonna come and say to you, you have 3 days because
I
they
didn't say 3 days. I said 30
okay.
days. You can Google it right
Look,
now. Trump.
the way it works again, you know,
Yes or no, sir? Were they
sir,
were they
if
snotting and
it's called
crying?
expulsion to kick you out of a country, right? To say you gotta leave it, they go through a court and a judge would have to sign off on that, and then they send it to you and they can appeal. They
I'm
can
not
hold on,
denying
hold
none
on.
of that, sir.
So so
I'm not
so
denying none of that.
so 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 the point you're making is right. That doesn't, you know, how does that even apply to what we are talking about?
Yeah, I'm actually finding
My
very
point,
trouble. Like,
my whole point
Zamaris,
was this. My
what
whole
is your
point is that
point?
our relationship isn't your relationship.
You
So
started with the Jackson Fives,
that was my point. That was
and now
my
you're
point.
talking
So
about
I'm in Bahrain.
visa.
Remember when I called before?
So you said they
Remember when
were
I called
standing
before
on the
and I said
street corner. They were standing on the street corner crying.
you can look on YouTube. I'm not listen. I'm not gonna make up no. You can't look it for
No,
yourself.
no, no. I'm just
So
asking.
no, no.
No,
You
but
can look this up on YouTube.
Zomoris, hold on. Zomoris, you see, the way you think, the way you Black Americans think. Now, in this
How do
present
we think
time,
so?
nobody, hold on. Nobody think like that anymore. The Mexicans, which is very close to you, the Mexicans are dominating United States like hell. But you see holding back what happened 600, 500 years ago. You understand me? What would the black Americans be doing? The Africans will be coming, seeing them, proud of them. Is they have to be dominated also like the Mexicans also, the Latinos. But what you are doing that the African refuse to follow is this kind of like victimhood, this kind of like I'll be oppressed, I'll be slaves and everything. In Africa, there are people also be slaves in Africa, East African territory, who also do better in Africa. Some of them they are lawyers, doctors and everything. We understand you put our basketball stars and everything, multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires. We know those things. We respect them. We appreciate you a lot. But this kind of like you people seeing Africans started hating on Africans. Oh, these Africans are doing well. Oh, they're this, they're that. No, Africans don't believe in that. Africans don't see what you see. Africans don't want to hear what your sad story want to be or what you want to say to them. What you have to be doing to Africans is to unite with them. Understand? Unite with them.
Sir, we're
Create,
not trying to force
hold
no
on,
type
hold
of
on, hold
story
on, hold
on
on.
you.
Hold on. Unite with them, create opportunity so that the black world will also have opportunity in United States. But what you do, you hate on Africans. But what the Latinos are doing, the Mexicans are doing, they are united there. Even the Mexicans have been born in the United States. The Mexicans also come into the United States. They're working together. But it's only the black people, they wish you people who call yourself indigenous of the United States, what you people doing is you people try to hate on Africans heavily. You know, hate on Africa heavily. So
Hate
you
how?
people be, hold on. You people be on
Sir,
the
hold on.
losing
Sir,
side.
are you Nigerian? Are you
Hold on,
Nigerian, sir?
hold on. You people will be on the losing side. You know why? Africa will always separate themselves from you people 100%. So Africa is not there to listen to your story, to the star story. No, these are not our problem. Our problem is how to make the money. Think like the white man and get it like the white man. That's just all.
Well, I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I'm not even. Listen. I'm living in Bahrain with the other side, so I'm not even phased by that. I want everybody that goes to America from Africa to be successful
You
and
got
live their best
You
life.
got
I'm
Arab
not
daddies
even.
now.
No, like you said, if it's
You
an
switch
exchange,
to
hold on.
from
If
white
it's an
daddy to
exchange
Arab
for
daddy.
goods and services, it's not daddyism.
Hmm?
Did you say that?
I
Afrodamus,
say
hold on.
you switch from white zaddy to Arab zaddy.
Afrodamus, hold on.
No. If it's an exchange of goods and services, because you couldn't get it in the Gambia, so if you got paid to be in America. So if it's an exchange of goods and services,
Man,
like
what's wrong? What's
hey, the
wrong about
Arab got to
being
use my
America, man? What's
services,
wrong
right?
about that, though?
He pays me
What's
Yeah,
good
wrong
money.
about
Zomars,
that?
He
like,
pays me
what
good
is
money
your
for my
points though? I'm
services.
trying to understand. What is his main point, Zomars? What is your main
No,
points?
my main all my main point was there are is many oppressed groups in the world.
Say it
And that
again.
you can, if you go to China and you're more successful than the Yurgi Muslims, that don't mean that the Yurgi Muslims and what they dealing with the Chinese government don't exist. That's just what I'm saying. You can go, it's different groups of people that's dealing with certain situations in the land
So
where
your
other people are
point
able to
is
go there and be successful.
So hold on, just get to the point. Are you saying, just stop beating around the bush? Are you saying yes, the
I've been
blacks?
saying what I said.
Hold on. Are you saying the blacks, right? Are oppressed by the U.S. government, even though
No,
the
sir.
African.
I'm not saying that. No,
Then what
sir.
are you
No.
saying? What, because you gave
All I'm
example
saying,
about the Yogi Muslims, which is the Uyghurs, but you say Yogi. I guess there's another one, Yogi Bear. But
I never said that.
you say Yogi Muslims, sir. You said you gave example. So the point what is your point? Are you saying
I said that
the
all my
blacks are
point is that
oppressed?
the
Are you saying you
situation.
guys are oppressed, but the Africans just can't see it? Is that the point?
I don't listen, man. More power to you, more power to you.
No, I'm
All
just
I'm saying
asking.
is
I'm just
my
asking.
situation, our situation as a people. Just because we share the same skin color, and I think we get that confused. It's just two totally different situations geopolitically. That's all I'm saying. It's two different histories.
So can
And it's
you
two
help
different
us? Can you help
relationships.
us? Hold on. Can you help us understand? What
No, it's not
the
even
difference is?
understand.
Because you said, because we
It's
used to
nothing
be
to understand.
confused. Hold on. People used to say America, the Africans don't come because they hate black people, right? So now you saying it's not skin color. So what are the blacks suffering from?
Why sir, you every people goes through ups and downs, sir.
I know, I know,
I mean,
I know.
it's
What
up
are
and
you?
down
What
as
are
a
you? What are you guys' ups and downs? The blacks in America, the blacks. What are your ups and
What do you
downs?
mean with the ups and downs?
Well, like you
Just
said.
just dealing with your
So does
people at one time on a
how
daily.
come the
So when
racism
you
in
look
America don't affect black immigrants? That's my question. So if it's
because
not
it's a
skin
different
color,
relationship.
if
It's
it's
a
not
different
skin color,
relationship.
so it's not skin color
No,
then, right?
no, sir. This
All
is a
right.
different
See,
relationship
Zo
with
Morris, that's
America.
what I'm trying to get you because so that we don't confuse Africans, paranoid people thinking it's about their skin color. Allow the Africans, us to not be psychologically, touched by that. So it's not skin color, right? Then what is it?
I said it's a different history. All I said is it's a different
Huh?
history and a different legacy with America. That's all it is, sir. That's all it is. That's why I
Afrodamus,
brought up.
The different dynamic in
Afrodamus, I got another question for my people, man.
Yeah.
Regardless of what Africans do, man, why these people always judge us, man? Whether we stay in Africa, we're gonna be judged. We move to America, we're gonna be judged. What's going on, man? We don't judge your people, man. What's wrong with
Oh,
you
come
guys,
on.
man? What's
What
wrong,
are you
man?
talking about?
Coming to America and trying to
Hold
make
on,
a
are you
piece of
from
that money,
Nigeria?
man,
Are you from Nigeria
and
also?
it's all. Come on, man. Like, listen, we get to come to America. You don't pay for the bills. We don't pay for the flight ticket. Come
I
on.
don't care what you do.
I don't care
I don't
what you
care what
do
you do.
too. I don't care what you do too, man. It's kind of like African coming to America is kind of a problem for you guys, man. So you gotta you want to make
How,
that
sir? How,
you want to make that
sir? Listen,
relevant in every
look at all
statement
the
you make.
Africans that was able to eat in
And
Black American culture. Where are you
it's
getting
like
this from?
my man. Listen, check me out, man. Listen, it's like this.
The whole
You don't
reason you're in
control
America is
America.
because
Listen,
of
you
Black
don't control.
American struggle. Are
Listen,
you serious?
African get to come here without you saying anything. If the money's in America, we'll get to America. Don't worry about it. Racism, like
Okay.
Afrodamus is talking about it. You know what racism means to me? When nobody take nothing from me, racism doesn't exist. Unless somebody takes something from me,
I mean,
then
you
I
over
believe
here crying
racism
about
exists.
racism where I'm at.
All
What you
right.
Africans
said?
over here in the middle, we crying about
What
racism.
you said?
So
What you
I
said?
mean, so I
What you
said
said?
Africans are over here in the kingdom of KSA in Dubai and in Bahrain crying about it.
That ain't me
Why
though.
they
I
can't?
said
Why they?
me. I said, but my man, listen. Think about you as an individual. I'm talking about me. Me as an African living in America, right? I repeat it.
Mhm.
If nobody takes nothing from me, then that thing don't exist. You understand? That's the
I
mindset of the
understand
Africans in
100%, sir,
America. That's the mindset of the
and
Africans in
that's
America.
good.
That's it.
I admire y'all as a people.
Thank you.
I wish
Thank
we
you,
had
man.
that attitude.
I appreciate that.
All right. Let's bring in Rashid. Rashid, go ahead, Rashid.
Hello, Afrodamus. How you doing?
I am doing well. Rashid, what do you want to add on to this? Africans, traveling in and making the money, those, without the barriers of racism. As you heard Joe Morris said, it's not about the skin color. So it's something else. So let's not confuse Africans with it. But Rashid, what's your take on it? What do you want to add on the conversation here?
Okay, I will add that us black Africans, we always you always be discriminated once at times. You'll find that, but if you will escape, if you have your individual, if you have, for example, independent job, then you will not you will feel you will get less discriminated because you run your own business. But if you work in a company, for example, and your boss is white guy, you will get some discrimination once your lifetime, or maybe sometimes you run to a discrimination because maybe one boss will be nice, and then you get another boss will be maybe come from another area will discriminate you because
But
you will
what
feel.
would be the discriminant? Is it because you think the guy don't like you, your feelings are hurt? Like
Yes,
what would it be? But because feelings are not real,
because always the people who always get discriminated is the black people, whether you are from
But
Africa or
how? But
Asia
how?
or
But
maybe America,
how are they
because
being discriminated?
some people hate you because you are black. because some
But
people
do
just don't
black
like
people
it.
hate other people because they are other race?
No, actually, black, for example, it's different.
Blacks
The
never
black
hate. Blacks don't
black
have any
African,
hate.
for example, the black African, we don't hate anyone, but
Right.
the
Well, I'm
many
sure the
black
black
American will have.
Africans just, yeah, when you come to America,
Yeah.
you don't have the energy for hate.
No, we don't have that. You will not have, but you will get if you work for a company, you might find a white manager. Maybe one guy will treat you differently. You will feel that. But if you work in America as an independent, you have your own business, then you feel less discriminated because you run your own business. So you run to people who you can work with easily. You know, for example, you run your own business. But if you work for a
But
company,
Rashid, like, how does one even focus? Where's their energy focus on to know who hates them, who doesn't hate them?
yeah, you don't focus, but you will find, like I said, because I did two
For me,
categories.
when people hate on me, it's extra cologne.
Mm-hmm.
The hate you face on YouTube, you would never face that at your job. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, they're always haters, and then anywhere you find
But
some
haters
haters.
are good for you. Haters are like extra cologne.
Yeah, you know,
Let's
but
bring it.
when you
Let's bring in
when
Mimi.
you're a human being, right? You get hurt sometimes by someone treat you
Gotta get
differently.
back to work.
You,
I'm
you
not.
will get hurt.
Yeah, Mimi gotta get back to White Zaddy real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta get
she
back.
gotta get on
I
White
have a
Zaddy's
meeting.
clock.
I'm having a meeting in 10 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
listen, I'm just gonna go back to what Zulia was saying. I don't know what he get from all that diaspora war that he's talking about. We were talking about based on that video that you can make more money in America than in Africa, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he come here all the time saying, why are you guys looking down on African Americans? Nobody's looking down on African Americans. We were not even talking about that. We were talking about that you can make more money here and use that money and build something in Africa. And most Africans are doing that here. So that's not gonna stop Africans from doing what they gotta do here. He can come and be hating and telling Africans, go to your poor country. We're still gonna be here getting money and doing what we gotta do. I don't hate African Americans. I'm with an African American. So I don't know where he get that from. And the fact that his parents are doing the same thing. Your parents came here or in UK to get money so that they can take care of whatever they need
But
to take.
Mimi, why do you think he and
He
others
always
they
do
hate
that.
on Africans, but his parents immigrated too? Like, what is that
Exactly.
all
Your
about?
parents are doing the same thing. So I don't know why these second generation Africans are always like that. I think they want to be African Americans so bad. That's why I never find them attractive for some reason. They're so
And
lame.
it's Kenyan too. It was like it was.
They want to be, I mean, like, be yourself. And nobody is not
He
talking
says
about,
Kenyan. That's Bantu Queen's people. Bantu.
I don't
Well,
know. He always do
he's a
that. Whenever he can,
foundational
why you
Kenyan.
Africans, your country so poor? Chinese are here. Lebanese are here, Syrians are here, Europeans are here. They're doing what they gotta do. Africans are still gonna be here getting money, do what they're gonna do. You can always come and hate on us. That's not gonna stop it. That's all I got.
Exactly.
I gotta go.
Thank you, Mimi. Okay, Chukwu is next.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Salute Afrodamus. Salute to the panel, to the chat.
Yeah, Chukwu, what do you want to add on to the conversation? You've had Zoe Morris, you've had Zulia. You know, so we're talking. Why do you think these people are having this fit about, seeing an African woman and other Africans, making it? Like, what is it envy? Like what's going on?
I have a slightly different point of view.
Okay.
My father is Nigerian and my mother is American. And
Okay.
I was born in Nigeria and I've been here in the States since I was 4 years old. And what I can tell you is that the immigrant work ethic is a real thing. And when, my father came here as a student and he became a doctor and met my mom, and that's why I'm here. So the mission of the African when we get here on the shore is to maximize all the opportunities available. So we want to exploit as many opportunities as we can, to benefit ourselves and our families. And this requires working very hard and just expending a lot of effort in maximizing your income. And I think regarding what Zulia was talking about, Zulia, I think, is not very competitive. So he is seeing Africans as a source of competition. That's why he's all hating on Africans and wanting to paint these false narratives about what Africans are doing. But I do want to give a shout out to the African Americans who did the civil rights movement. It did open doors for Africans as well. So we do have to acknowledge the sacrifices of Booker T. Washington, Martin Luther King. But I think the work ethic is
those people they match to so they can eat with the white people, right? In the restaurants. We cook our own foods, Africans, and we even shop in the African grocery stores. I just wanted to throw that in there. And also to be able to marry white women. Yes.
Hey Chuku, is your mom like black too?
Yeah, she's Black American, with American descendant of slavery.
Oh, okay. She's not one of the black natives.
No.
Oh, okay. I was hoping you were part of the Blackfoot, like I'm from the Blackfoot ancestry myself. Thank you, DG, for the super chat. He said, "Oh, I missed the show. Salute to you and the panel on the chat." Thank you.
Afrodamus, I don't think Zula have. I don't think Zula is partly Caribbean or partly everything. Zula looks somewhat like he have an accent of an Ethiopian. You said.
You think he's Ethiopian?
Yes, I think it's an Ethiopian who hates sub-Saharan Africans.
But he did say he has a Kenyan and Caribbean background.
I don't really believe that. Let's assume his mother is Caribbean. I don't think his father is no longer with the mother. You see, when you have an exit plan, the problem with Zula let's assume Zula is a Caribbean. Zula doesn't have exit plan. I don't know where it's from the Caribbean, what island it's from. I don't think he don't want to even go there. So he's suffering in London, and you see Africans are making money, exiting in and out, living the large life and everything.
I think he got jealousy. He got jealousy because
so you have
African,
a very big jealousy in him.
Yeah, yes.
And
because the African work hard and hustle.
Yeah, that's what you see now. And you have to say the African Americans also seeing this also. When the African Americans hate Africans, it's because they know Africans have exit plan. They don't have exit plan. They remain in America. They see things different in America. They know Africa came for the Africa there for the money. Make money, exit out. Make money, exit out.
That's right.
So the Black Americans don't have those exits in and out. Even you can see some of them even when they went to even when they're in Ghana, or they have a problem of settling down. They have a problem of knowing the right thing, what to do over there. They might know what to do in the United States, but because they have all this problem and they see Africans, look, self-esteem. When you see somebody have a very strong self-esteem, sometimes you wonder how. So, there's a saying in Africa, when a stranger came to a place, you have to stand with his one leg. But Africans will come to anywhere, stand with their two legs, because we just there to get what we want.
Kidola, what do you make of when Zoe Morris was giving the example of like Michael Jackson and the father? And so do you think the way he speaks, do you think the blacks see the white man as their father, as their daddy?
I swear to God, yeah, because they carry most of their names. So you have been like that for them for a very long time. They don't know how to break that bond, and they can't break that bond. You understand? So the bond between them and the white Americans are there. It's like love and hate. They don't like them. They really hate them a lot, but they still want to, attach themselves with them. But what they see in the Africans can just stand face to face with this. That's why I said a strong culture with another strong culture talk together. You understand? The African American culture is not so strong. You understand? Because it's an added culture, adopted culture. It's Scottish culture. They talk like Scotland.
Irish.
Let me just be honest. Black Americans have an accent of a Scottish and Irish man. Broken English. Only they tone it a little bit to be something else.
So you would say that's their original daddies. You're
These
correct.
are these are original
Gatekeepers.
gatekeepers. I cannot
Yeah.
call it that because it's like they can live there, but they can also wouldn't want to be close to them. So these are the whole thing. So we and them are not really. We might have the same skin color, but we are not really the same.
So Kido, what do you make of like when Zoe Morris say now he agreed that it's not about skin color? You know, that's a new development. So what do you think about that? Because before they say to Africans, don't come to America because of skin color. The white man hates skin color, black skin.
Nobody is saying that about y'all though, Africa. I mean, where is you? I mean, like, where are you
Hold
getting this
on, hold
from?
on.
Like,
We've heard.
you
We
going?
look. I live here, sir. I've been living here for many years. Okay, Kidola, didn't you hear this, Kidola? Have you not? Do you not hear the blacks talk about this on the internet all the time?
Yeah. See,
Internet is not real life.
the African American perspective, or what they see, or what they perceive, or look, it's not now. This has been going on when Africa started coming to the United States for scholarship, when Africans were living the large life. You understand? Even inside the 50s, when some of these African leaders were coming to the United States to study. You see, Africa, look, we Africa don't know your problem, and we don't see things the way you see things. We have our own problem. And that problem, we could solve that problem by driving these people out. I said, you go. You can see what even happened in Niger. We just chase you out. But your problem is you didn't fight hard enough to free yourself. Even when you free yourself, you still kind of like dancing the break dance.
That's a good point.
Why the Mexicans are occupying hoods, one hood at a time, occupying everywhere. But you were dancing who is the best hip hop, the best hip hop. You have to conquer a state. Dominate a state.
That's a good point.
Great job in the state. Before
The other
Africans
thing is
say,
that
hold on. Before Africans will say, "Oh, you are doing well," but if you check the Mexicans, the Latinos, they're everywhere. They spread themselves everywhere, even to New York now. Everywhere, they are just everywhere. So you have to dominate a particular area. Really. I said, okay, you the one created the jobs there, but Black Americans are not like that. We admire you people. We praise you people for what you people have achieved, but you people should stop hating us. Rather learn from us. How these Africans are doing.
Learn from
Yes,
you, the guy who
yes,
ran to get with a white woman.
because
Hold on, Zulia.
hold on. Because the relation between Africans and Mexicans. Let me tell you, my sister is doing business with Mexicans in California, in LA. You know, I asked my sister, I said, what is the relationship between you and these Latinos? He said, bro, I said, they're cool. Just it's all about business. He just do business with them. He buy clothes from them. My sister have boutique in Africa. You understand me? So he said, but the problem you have with sometimes with Black Americans is that they just hate you at once, even seeing you alone that you're an African. So that's why you don't,
absolutely.
look, Africans are complete. You just hate them just by seeing them alone when they just hear your accent. Say, but not all. Some of them say, oh, my beautiful African or sister. Say, but majority of
Yeah,
them.
well said, Ola. Because now, for example, in Africa, you have more people. You have more white people in Africa. You have 5 million almost in South Africa. You have more, but white people only look African who are in America. We are only maybe 1 million, 2 million. That's all. Our population is not that much in America. The African immigrant, and the African immigrant, and in Europe is even less than that. So why people looking at that and hating and have a jealousy on the Africans, when you see in the continent you have more people, you have more Arabs in Africa, you have more whites in Africa who are living there, and no one say, look, these white people are in Africa. You have white in Namibia, you have white in South Africa, you have white in Kenya, you
Niger.
you have Indians in Kenya, you have Indians in everywhere in Africa. No one sees that. They came there for opportunities. And as well, we come to this country just like that. We Africans can go anywhere they want. They can go to Japan. They can work.
In America,
That's not true. That's not true, sir.
Hold on, guys. 1 second, guys. Let's allow Dr. R also to chime in. He's been waiting patiently. Dr. R, are you there?
Greetings, Afrodamus. I hope your Friday's going good.
Yeah, it's going well. Dr. R, you know, what do you want to add on to this topic? The woman, she moved from the UK to America. She's Ghanaian, but you know, she came here making a lot more money. But always, as you know, the conversation does take left. I'll just ask you, what is your what do you want to add on to it from what you are hearing?
I'm just hearing a lot of things from different sides, from Chikwi's side, from Ola's side, and Richard M's side. I just, even though I don't live in America, I had great experiences with African Americans in the UK since I come across a few of them. All I want to say is learn from each other and stop the hate and stop
That's
bad
right.
mouthing each other. And what Kidola said about his sister doing business with Mexicans, well, that's business, but you don't know if the Mexicans are saying bad things about his sister in their language. You don't know that. Because I work with Indians that will be nice to you and they will say bad stuff, they'll stab you in the back in their language. Because I worked with a lot of ethnic groups.
Yeah,
Which
but if
make
you don't, do you know their language?
their language, I can understand a bit of their language because if you've been with a certain group of people for a long time, you get to understand their
Yeah,
language and pick
I
up.
mean, as long for me, as long as they pay their tabs and I don't understand the language, I'm good. You know, because if you don't know the language, it really doesn't matter.
But Afrodamus, you've been in Africa. You're from Africa, right? You come from a country. You're from Gambia, right?
Right.
Like, do you understand a lot of languages in your country? Like, if they're saying bad stuff about you, whether or not you just know if they like you or not. If you're doing business with these group of people, they could backstab you. But
Yeah,
if you
but you
understand where I'm
know,
coming from,
yeah, I know what you're saying. So if these people, obviously, if they're gonna do that and you are aware, it don't matter if they're Indian or anything, you just gotta terminate it because that in itself is not a safe business.
no, I'm just letting you
Because
know. I'm just letting you know you shouldn't be too comfortable with certain group of people, even if they think good about you, because you do have
oh
those type of people. I'm just letting you know.
oh
No, I think the point he was trying to say is that you don't necessarily have to relate with people that have your same skin color and have a very negative like tendency towards you. You can deal with other groups that don't have the same tendency, but if they want to transact business with you, why not? Why not?
No, this is not relating to skin color. It's relating to ethnicity in general. Africans can do that as well.
Hey,
Now,
could I ask Afrodamus the question?
what?
No, I was going to
Someone?
ask you a question because you was talking
Yeah,
about us
go
and
ahead.
you was talking about us and daddy, and I know
Well, you
the
brought up
Gambia.
daddy. You brought up daddy.
No,
You
no, no,
know.
no, no, no. I did. I did. I was just saying,
Yeah. So
the
that's
Gambia
why.
gonna have some
Look,
issues.
look. You're the
They
one.
gonna have some issues
Hold
with
on,
daddy
sir.
and selling boy butt.
What?
Okay.
You're the one that brought
So,
up giving the analogy as daddy. So I'm guessing you are referring to white zaddy. That's all. I didn't want to assume.
One
no,
thing that
I was referring to white daddy. I just was saying
See,
we
there you
all have
go.
that
There
in
you
our
go.
closet.
There you go.
Yeah, we all have that in our closets, right?
Well, you got white zaddy. We don't.
No, 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 no. I'm saying, but it go for the low in Gambia, doesn't it?
It
Doesn't the
go,
German man go? I mean, it go for the low
doesn't
in German in the Gambia, correct?
doesn't what?
I said, doesn't it go for the low in Gambia? Isn't that a popular thing among German men and different people from Europe?
To do what?
For it to go for the low in the Gambia.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
what does "go for the low" mean? What is that?
No.
Oh,
Oh, no, never mind.
I have
Never
analogy.
mind. Never mind.
You see,
Okay,
after that,
guys, let's do our closings here because I have got to be somewhere, in about 15 minutes, and I
hey,
cannot
Afrodamus,
miss it
let me say
at all.
before the
All
closing,
right.
let me say.
The only way I will miss it is if somebody can match what I would miss from there, and I'm sure they're not gonna be willing to do that.
Hey,
So let
Afrodamus,
us do our closings.
Afrodamus.
Go ahead.
Hey, Afrodamus.
30
I am
seconds.
Afrodamus. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
And I am in Cairo, man, in Egypt.
In
I
Egypt.
don't know.
Oh, you're in
Yeah,
Egypt?
Yeah, man. It doesn't look
Oh,
like Africa, man.
ahlan wa
It doesn't look like.
sahlan. Ahlan
Huh?
wa sahlan.
Hello, salad. It doesn't look like Africa. It looks like a Middle East, man.
Yeah, those are Arabs.
But
Rashid,
Rashid,
are you?
is it
Yeah,
Rashid from?
I'm a
Is it
black Arab. You know, I'm a black
That's
Arab.
Rashid. Yeah,
is it Ra- is it
Rashid
Rashid
is with his people. Rashid is
from
with his people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Minnesota? Rashid from
I'm the black
Minnesota.
Arab. You know.
All right, Rashid, hurry up. I have to go.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. What I want to say is that if you find people jealousy, it's because of people who hate on Africans because of a jealousy. There's nothing more, no more than that.
All
So,
right.
so if you so the people who are jealousy because of the Africans when they come, like you said, Afrodamus, they have a white zaddy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the kids, if you have a kids and you grab one and then the other one will cry because they will. That's what the Black American will feel. They think we came for their zaddy. We didn't come for their. We get there, we go there for our own opportunity. We go to school or we create our own businesses. That's what we do as Africans. When we
Well,
go to England.
thank you, Rashid, and shout out to
Arabs.
General Al Sisi over there for
Oh,
us.
okay. He's here. All right. I will do that.
All right, say hello to General Al Sisi. All right,
I will
thank
do
you.
that. I will do that. Thank you.
All right. That was Rashid. Dr. R, closing statement.
It's a great show, and I hope we can have more discussions about this. Peace out, Afrodamus. Peace out, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. R. That was Dr. R. All right, Zongo, closing statement. What happened to Zongo?
Oh man, you
Zongo is okay. Let's go to Chuku. Chuku, closing statement.
Hello.
Yeah, Afrodamus. So you do make a great point. I think too many Black Americans have fallen into a shared group identity based on grievance and entitlement, and Africans will outcompete just on the basis of we're used to coming from places with no welfare state, so we have to go out and get it. But eventually, after 2 or 3 generations, Africans will be indistinguishable from Americans. So we have to
They
keep
become
that.
Blacks too. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's all I
Well,
got.
thank you, Choco. Thank you very much. That's a good one. All right, let's go to Zulia. Zulia, closing statement.
Just want to say, I want everyone to understand that Africa has failed in the past, is failing as evidenced by the multiple issues and the fact that a stable election can't be done in 2023, and there's multiple civil wars in the continent at this time, and there's people drowning in the Mediterranean, getting shotgunned down in Saudi Arabia, and also drowning and trying to get to the Canary Islands to escape from the same people that were asked to leave the continent in the first place, because even thousands of years of staying in the same place, they still can't get their shit together. It's a failure. The failure are mainly because of the people. You should be embarrassed and ashamed, and you have no right to look down on anyone when you have failed so monumentally and are a blight on humanity. Hang your head in shame. I'm ashamed. You should be too. Fuck y'all.
Amazing. All right, that was Zulia, the Caribbean Kenyan. So if he's even Kenyan, I don't know. Maybe he might be from Bantu Queen's village. Bantu Queen, can you confirm? All right, let's go to Zongo. Zongo, closing statement.
Well, I mean, you guys heard the lady moving from UK to the US. If she can make it within this short span of time, what is preventing you? I think you gotta pull yourself by your bootstraps.
That's right, Zongo. Thank you very much. You said it right. All right, Zoe Morris, closing statement.
Oh yeah, man. I just wish peace and prosperity for everybody. The self-preservation and the upward moval of all people that aspire to be independent and live righteously. And just to look out for that 144K.
Well, thank you very much. Those are great closing words, Zoe Morris. I hope you having a great time over there in the desert.
Great time.
Thank you. All right, that was Zoe Morris, and I want to thank all of you for joining us in the early morning show. I have another one coming. Apparently a Haitian, bricked a Somali FBA woman. At first, they thought she was a FBA. So the stories are coming. I'm going to uncover that. The Somalis, some of the Somalis trying to hijack FBA, but she learned the behavior from the FBAs. I would break that down too. But this time we can't blame the FBA for this one. Okay? We can't blame them. So so here we go. I want to thank all of you for coming. I have to rush, as somebody said in the chat, what white man called Afrodamus and told him, you better get off that internet if you want to get your money. And that's right. So, and you guys know, I'm not about to argue with the white man over that. My ego is not that fragile, because some of you would try to be, oh, how dare these white people tell me what time to show up, so I can get my money. Well, no problem with me over here. White man, I'm on my way. Write that check. Get it all ready. I am on my way right now. I'm not about to allow these Negroes to waste my time over here complaining about what they can't do. So before I leave, I'll leave you guys with a music for Zulia, Zulia and the Caribbeans, because and his Caribbean, Kenyans. So since he came here and started tap dancing, he wants to pretend to be the white man. We would do the closing with some tap dancing. I'm out.
I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man, what you gonna do? Look out, boys, it's coming through. Yeah, man, yeah, man. Boy, he got educated feet. Boy, I practice all the time. Here's one I sat up all night trying to do. Get this. When the boat dock at Memphis, you should get yourself a job in one of them Beale Street cafes. Boy, you've been reading my mind. Watch me go to Beale Street. Old